What's happening? Let's get into it. They squabbling out there. This is gonna be a very fun episode. I'm sorry, I was probably ear to ear.
Did this guy win a trophy or something? This guy
no.
This guy's acting like they won the Carabao Cup yesterday.
No, hey, whoa. Some people didn't. So I'm here for slander, brother.
Okay.
I'm here for slander,
okay,
right?
Okay.
But
That's
ladies
fair.
and gentlemen, Yanks talk ball. We back in the building. The squad is here in full. It's time to talk that ball yet again. A very exciting week of football has passed, and we got to break it down, man. All the highs, the lows, the funny banter stuff in the middle. We're gonna cover it all, damn it. And we're here with the squadron once again. Adrian's in the building. What's going on, Adrian?
Hey Trey, what happened to the whoa? You know the way you
I gotta mix it up. I gotta mix it up, man. Yo, it'll come back. It'll come
I
back.
thought that was like a trademark thing. Like that
Whoa.
It'll come back. It'll come back. It'll come back. Don't worry. I gotta spice it up, man. I don't want.
That's why I made that comment. That's why I made that comment. I was just like, this is not a regular intro. I thought it was like a special intro. Arsenal won a trophy or something.
I was excited about the slander. You know what I'm saying? That's it. That's all I was.
Yeah,
But nah, word, man. Gene, no chill, Gene. He's in the building with us. What's happening, dog?
Can't say I'm as happy as you, Trey. Leave it at that.
Nah, don't worry. You know what I'm saying? I got something to lift your spirits in a little bit. We'll get to that though. We'll get to that. Phil talks ball. Phil's in the building with us, man. What's going on?
What's going on, man? It's been a great week. I mean, I missed a flight Friday night and had to wake up at 4 a.m. Saturday to catch another one. But all made up for on Sunday, man. I mean, this is what football's about, man.
Hey, the beautiful game, man. And of course, last but certainly not least, Chase is with us in the middle. What's going on, Chase?
I got a souvenir. I like to do a little show and tell. Happy MLS opening weekend. My boys tied Inter Miami and Messi last night, so we're good to go. It was a good weekend for me.
Good
boys. Sunday, I could say.
Do you have any affiliation with the city of LA?
No. I don't. That's a random jersey that I just showed up at my house one day. But I'm happy the MLS is back. That's all I care about.
Oh my goodness gracious, man, that's too funny.
Yeah, we actually
heard you, Adrian.
Name 5 LA Galaxy players.
Chicharito and David Beckham.
Chicharito, David.
Actually, very exciting news, guys.
It's not pure past with that team. Yeah,
we're starting off.
Chicharito.
No, he's gone. He's gone.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know any play. Ricky P.
To cut this off, we're starting a new episode that Chase is not going to talk about Premier League anymore. He's giving that up, and we're going to do an MLS segment every week,
special.
10-minute episode.
The MLS special is just him reporting.
Just Chase on his own?
Yeah.
We all turn our cameras off.
Exciting news.
It's come to that point where I may agree to that and be fine with that because I can't do this anymore.
Oh my goodness. While we're getting that new segment set up, man, y'all make sure y'all go rate the podcast 5 stars in the meantime, man. Go to all your audio podcast platforms or on all major platforms. Just type in Yanks Talk Ball, will be right there. YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, again, Twitter, X, all that stuff. Yanks Talk Ball, we're right there. So make sure you go like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff to help us get further in the algorithm, to get the more listeners, to expand into the footballing world. And with that being said, before we get into all the action and stuff and breaking out what happened, we got the predictions from last week we got to break down, and we gonna talk about it. So I'll just go straight to the placements, and I can give the highlights of what the scoring was. So in last place,
if it's me, I'm falling on my knees.
Last place, we have an individual by the name of Chase with 8 points.
It's the theme of the weekend. I wouldn't expect anything different.
Man.
Chase with 8 points. He is
We're
in
running back
last
to
place. You know what I'm saying? In 4th place with 14
8
points.
points is wild, by the way.
That's only 2 correct stories. That's
not even just 2 correct results.
Okay, but I had to take a flyer on Chelsea, which I mean, no one else did, so I was at a disadvantage there to begin with. And
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie.
Brother.
That day,
I want to know which one was the other two that he got wrong. That's too much.
Remind me at the end. I'll get to
Again,
it.
I'm a loser. I can't help it.
Hey, listen, don't worry, man. You're losing a
Serial
for this
losers.
episode, but it's okay. It's okay. In 4th place, we got Adrian with 14 points. All right.
Wow, with a perfect score.
I got a perfect score.
That's another loser right there. He only got 2 correct. He only predicted 2 results.
That's stinky. That's stinky.
In
Has to be
3rd place, Gene with 16 points.
Yeah. 4 correct game score. I mean, come on.
That's consistent.
Yeah.
And so I'll go. And the winner of this competition this week is me with 36 points, baby. Let's
Oh,
go.
36.
Let's
Nah,
go.
Yo, but we gotta
It's that 1-0.
deduct
Yeah.
that meaty
14.
Chelsea Liverpool.
Minus
Nah,
14.
we're
So you
not
truly
deducting
had
shit.
22.
We're not deducting shit. We're not deducting shit. No.
Wait. When you said 1-0 Liverpool, did you add in the after extra time or?
Who the hell was gonna add that? Who the hell was gonna add that?
That's a great
all 1-0
question,
win.
Adrian.
Yo,
What do you mean?
Adrian's
That's a
getting
great
facts.
question.
That's
Yeah,
some
yeah,
bullshit.
yeah.
Yeah, you gotta take your shit away.
Yeah,
Fuck
yeah,
that.
You didn't mention it.
I'll go through the results though. So basically Liverpool Chelsea. Okay, Phil had 26 points. Phil said 3-1 Liverpool. Gene said 2-1 Liverpool. Adrian said 0-0 draw, and then went all the way to penalties. And he said Liverpool would win on penalties, but I guess the draw
Yeah, that was
penalties. Yeah, but
Mine was close too.
And-
If VAR didn't exist because of those
Yeah.
BS calls.
No, but I mean,
that came
Adrian
from
like that one corner right at the end.
yeah,
Yeah,
and we'll get into it though. But what's it called? I had the perfect score here with 1-0 Liverpool. You know what I'm saying? Thank goodness for the waffle, baby. We got to it. And then Chase had a 2-2 draw, and then 4-3 Chelsea on penalties, and that did not happen whatsoever. Arsenal Newcastle. Phil had 3-0 Arsenal. Gene had 3-1 Arsenal. What's it called? Adrian had 4-1 Arsenal. The only perfect score on that one. I had 4-2 Arsenal. Chase had 3-1 Arsenal. Everybody got points there, but Adrian had the only perfect score. Inter, Atletico Madrid Champions League. Phil had 2-0 Inter. Gene had
know how
2-1
mad I-
Inter.
God.
Adrian had 2-1 Atletico. I had the other perfect score there, 1-0 Inter. And
Bro, you know how
what's it
mad I
called?
am that I
Chase
didn't
had
put
0-0.
2-0 in, that I didn't put 1-0 Inter. Everything in my mind was telling me
one.
no one's gonna score more than one goal in this
Yeah.
match. But Man, I got too bold.
I figured it was gonna be low scoring with them. They're gonna cancel each other out most of the time.
like I even wanted to change my score before we switched it, but I was like, nah, I gotta stick with my.
I hear it.
Oh.
I hear it. But then what's it called? After that, it was Napoli, Barcelona, and then Phil said 1-1 draw. Which was that was the perfect score. That was the perfect score in this row.
That's crazy.
Gene had 2-1 Barca, no points. Adrian had 1-0 Napoli, no points. I had a 2-2 draw, that was 4 points, and Chase said 2-1 Napoli, that's 0 points. And then Bayern, Leipzig, what's it called? Phil had 2-2 draw, no points.
So
Gene
close,
had
man.
3-1 Bayern, 4 points. Adrian said 2-2 draw, no points. I said 3-1 Leipzig, 0 points, and then Chase said 3-2 Bayern, and he got points. So the only ones that Chase had points on were Arsenal and the Bayern game. Everything else he had no points. The only
To be
points.
fair, I said 0-0
Can we
Inter.
remove-
But I don't know what's worse. Either you had those two fixtures, and the only thing that Adrian had points on was the 4-1 Arsenal, was a perfect score. But everything else was
That's what-
That's hideous. That's hideous.
Yeah, that is
it's a
disgusting.
perfect score.
Adrian
From who?
Like everything else is a blank. I don't know. I don't know what to
Yeah, I
make of
think
it.
that's worse.
I don't know. I don't know what to make of it, but that's,
Well, even
that's
if
the
we
layout.
even if we give Adrian just 10 points, you're still Chase still loses, right?
Yeah, I was about to say just
Yeah.
so.
So regardless, yeah, you're
And
still
the fact that
loser.
Chase's Bayern prediction got saved by Harry Kane last minute winner is too funny, bro.
No, yeah, we should cancel that out too. You
Just
shouldn't
all
get
the
points
slander.
for.
Nah, that's insane. Oh man, but that's how it laid out. So I got the mute powers this week.
I have
You know
nothing
what
to say
I'm
this week, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, go ahead.
Don't. Hey man, listen. You never know. Listen,
I'm sure he'll
I don't
say
even think I'm
something.
gonna use it, man. I want you to voice your opinions of how you feel.
Yo,
But before we get to all that, I want to have a full outlay of what's going on. Let's get right to the meat and potatoes. Carabao Cup final. Chelsea, Liverpool, an entertaining 0-0. You know what I'm saying? Crazy tackles that probably should have been reds, questionable VAR decisions that could have been overturned or not, intensity, chances, runs, counterattacks, attacks, all that good stuff. But in the end, a Virgil van Dijk header sealed it in extra time. And I think the crazy phrase that came from this game, the big, I guess the bold statement that was on the front of newspapers.
Oh, I already
Clubs
know.
Kids versus the blue billion-pound bottlers. And that was the big headline. So just for the breakdown of the game, I want to go to the winning side first. You know what I'm saying? Then we'll go to the neutrals, and then we'll see what Chase going to say. That's how I want to go about it. We can jump in as needed. But Phil, talk to me. Your lead up to the game, how you felt, Klopp trusting the kids, all that stuff. Bring me through it.
so lead up to the game, I think I mentioned it last week's episode. I was nervous. I just had something didn't feel right about this game. The fact that Liverpool Chelsea had 2 cup finals in 2022, these 0-0 meaty games going to extra time, going to pens, and just the fact that we pumped Chelsea at Anfield a few weeks ago. Like the script seemed too good to have a comfortable day at Wembley. not that I felt like we would lose, but I just felt nervous about the match. Like it was going to be a nervy one, and it turned out to be the case. And by the way, I watched that match in absolute mayhem. I spent the first 20 minutes driving around Washington D.C. doing a whole lot of nonsense. Like that downtown area, bro. That crap is dangerous. But that's a story for another day. And then I have to watch it. So I missed the first 20 minutes of the game, and it was still the longest match I've ever seen in my entire life. I had to watch the entire of extra time in an Uber ride going to the airport. So I'm here trying not to celebrate when Virgil van Dijk scores the winner. Just absolute chaos, and no real like moment to let the nerves mellow out in a safe way. I had to just kind of let all these other stresses combine into a hodgepodge of a mess. But all that to say is, man, that was Gary Neville's quote that you just said.
Yep.
It's I don't want to talk much about the Chelsea side, but from the Liverpool perspective, it's incredible. I mean, when Klopp started subbing in all these kids, McConnell came on, Clark came on, Bradley started the match, Dan's came on. I was like, what is he doing? Like, I understood, of course, everyone who played the match or who started was dead. They like you saw McAllister and yeah, they actually played the full match. But the people who came off like Gakpo, McAllister, I can't even remember who else. Bradley just had no more legs in them. Like they couldn't move any more, and the only option on the bench were kids. So even though part of me was like, man, Klopp, if this was the Champions League final, would you be making these same subs? Like it seemed like some element of squad preservation was there. But I was like, nah. He even spoke about it after the match. He's like, people might have thought about it that way, but no, we needed the legs, and these were the people I trusted to do it. And it's crazy. Like I think there were 8 Liverpool Academy players who got a medal that day, and how many of them haven't even played a league match before? I mean, Clark's made a few substitute appearances before that, but it's just incredible to come on in Wembley, and the fact that extra time is when Liverpool really turned the momentum in their favor, and that's around the time they came into the match, just speaks to how they didn't come on and they weren't just passengers. Like they influenced the game. They changed the momentum. They had an impact on the match. Like Dan's almost scored a couple goals. That header he had that Petrovic saved, and then he also had the weird rebound from Elliott's header. Clark had a few stuff. I know he had a shot that went way over the bar, but just everyone having a contribution to the match. And I think for Klopp, and I feel like for a lot of Liverpool fans, I wouldn't say for me necessarily, this feels like the most, maybe not important, but the most satisfying trophy we've had under Klopp, even considering all the stuff he's won in the past. Just because of the storylines.
You won a Champions League, didn't you?
Exactly, but this is just how much.
All right.
This is
Mickey Mouse trophies meaning more than the Champions League is crazy, but
bro. Okay, just discount everything I've been saying about and the point I'm trying to make about the narratives. Again, I don't necessarily think it's the most important or most satisfying, but a lot of people seem to think the same thing, just because it almost like embodies Klopp's journey from arriving at the club to now, where so many of these kids he would have seen as U12s, U13s in the academy, and for him to be the guy to come in and see them grow throughout the ranks, and then give them their debut, and then have them play at Wembley and win a trophy, it's incredible.
Yeah, I can at least chime in on that. This is again though. I didn't even know this was an age-old saying, but it makes sense though. He's like, yo, you never sending kids to win a cup. You know what I'm saying? Kids can't win a cup. And again,
that Alan Hansen.
Yeah, the whole Alan Hansen shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like defying the expectation right there just off of GP. That's crazy. You know what I mean? Again, so many narratives are running with this, and from a neutral's perspective, you know what I mean? It's special to see Klopp do what he does at this level so consistently. It's not necessarily it's not just the tactics, the man management and stuff like that. It's just I don't know what it is exactly. He just got that ability to tap in when the moment is tough, to really galvanize a squad and really just make the right choice and put the trust in the right people when it's time to. Like, I mean, again,
it sounds corny, but a lot of it is belief. Like he just instills so much belief that even when like even though I had those little thoughts in my head that I referenced earlier when he's subbing on all these youngsters, I still trusted that he knew what he was doing. I still trusted in the team to go on and win the trophy. And I mean, it was like one of his first sayings that became like a catchphrase of his time at the club. I want to turn the club from doubters to believers. And it's most evident by that he's making these substitutions in a cup final at Wembley against $1 billion squad, and we don't feel scared. You know, we believe in it, and not just the fans, but you can tell that the players do also. Like they didn't
Do you
see
not
at any
also
point
think
that they
that's
thought they were going to lose.
That's an opponent thing as well? If you think they were playing someone else,
We'll get to
pretty
that.
much anyone else.
We'll get to that. But
Like,
again, it's like
yeah.
anybody can, no matter what the opposition does, there's a mental thing that can happen with players, especially young players who don't have any experience relatively when they step on a pitch of like, oh shit, I'm in a fucking cup final. This is fucking Wembley. Like, yo, they can get in their own heads quickly, but the way each of them, it was fucking, yeah, Kwanzaa, not Connor Bradley because he started. It was Kwanzaa, McConnell, Bobby
Clark, Dan's.
Yeah,
Yeah, but out of those people, I don't want to get into the narrative stuff, but the Kwanzaa and Dan's are the only ones that played that were with Liverpool since they were kids. Like, let's not make it seem that all these players were at Liverpool. They just been there since they're 5 years old. Okay, all these other players, Elliot, who else? Bradley, they joined like 2 years ago. Liverpool.
Yeah.
It's still their academy. I'm not saying it's not their academy.
I understand.
Wait, do you know when Connor Bradley joined the Liverpool academy?
When he was 16,
Merseyside born and bred and stuff like that.
That's a long time ago.
But if they're still brought
How
up
old
through
is
the
he
system
now?
from
18?
you, if they have
20,
no
that's 4 years.
If they have no professional play
He's
and then
20?
they get brought up through there,
Yeah, Bradley's 20.
What are we talking about, kids? These are grown men, 20 years old.
in
footballing terms and in experience terms, and he's the oldest out of the lot. Him and Kwanzaa are both.
That's what I'm saying.
Both 20.
To me, that's like that story of him, like the way that he's been playing this season, and him getting subbed on, like again, like Konate role. That's a dangerous game, bro, to get subbed on as a center back.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's a scary game to get subbed on, and he's played a lot this season. But regardless, going on into a match like that where Liverpool gave away a bunch of chances. And he stepped to me like that's like the most. I mean, I get like VVD scored his goal and all those kids were attacking and stuff like that, but to me that's the most impressive. Getting subbed in as a center back like that against a team so unpredictable like Chelsea, and he still stood his ground and kept that clean sheet. I mean, that's crazy.
Yeah, Kwanzaa is genuinely like a very good, if not great, center back in the making. Yeah. This season he just came out of nowhere seemingly into the first team scene and has been amazing. But on that note, I just wanted to segue into that. People need to finally, I know it's been, they've been heaping his praises a bit more this season, but people need to stop disrespecting Virgil van Dijk the way they do. He has been, for the past couple of seasons, a victim of his own initial success at the club.
DJ Khaled.
I mean, yeah, like talk about carrying the burden of a captain with, like we said, no one mentioned again, just how young the rest of the team was. Van Dijk, we're talking Van Dijk, Endo, and then at this point, and Luis Diaz and Harvey Elliott were the only really experienced players finishing out the match. And Tsimikas, who came on later. And Van Dijk not only scores the winner, but scored a perfectly, from his point of view, valid goal before that he thought was the winner. And yes, like Endo obstructed it. But from Van Dijk's point of view, he basically scored 2 goals. He scored 2 goals, bro, to drag his team to win this cup final.
Chelsea chain, got it revoked, and then stole the chain back the same way in extra time.
Yeah, man. On top of his defensive contributions, like giving him the armband has been almost revolutionary for him. Like you can see how much importance he puts into the responsibility of being the Liverpool club captain, because he did wear the armband a lot of times when Henderson or Milner weren't on the pitch, but now, like being known as the captain of the club, like you can see he feels the weight of it because the names before him are so great, and it's bringing the best out of him. Yeah. And man, I don't know if this is going to be his last season. I know he's come out and said people need to not worry about stuff with Klopp leaving. Like I'm still committed. But whether it is or whether it isn't, like he's doing his best to make sure his legacy leaving the club is just as good, if not, on the same level of what it was when he first arrived.
Type shit. And again, you can't put in context as a neutral. You can't put all the weight and bearing on him not being a good center back during a season that went to shit last season for Liverpool, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? For a lot of different reasons. But I ain't gonna lie, this performance, I
mean, he had such moments last season.
Yeah, of course he had such moments.
Like he didn't make.
Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah,
100%.
It wasn't like it was him like this season.
Because he was shit.
I'm not pinning it on him.
Everybody was shit at Liverpool. Trust me. For a good time, a portion of the season, everybody was shit. and it was a clown show. You know what I'm saying? Phil can attest.
You want to say Mohamed Salah it was shit?
Huh? At some point during last season, he wasn't hitting.
Salah was the only reason Liverpool finished fifth.
Yeah.
Well, Salah and Alisson.
Yeah, but there's probably a portion of it off the top of my head. Probably a portion where he like blanked for a little bit or something. Probably didn't live up to expectations or hit the chance he was supposed to. You know what I'm saying? Probably didn't hit the mark. But all I'm saying is overall, Liverpool didn't have the best of times last season, and Van Dijk's reputation did take a hit because of some of the moments he had individually and as a group.
Yeah, he wasn't great. I think he'd be the first to say he wasn't great last season. But my point was the insane expectations he set for himself are why his average season was put on such a pedestal compared to what any top center back will have a season 2-3 of that in their career, and you won't hear much about it. You might just hear, they're a little out of form, or it will just skim under the radar. But when it's Van Dijk, any mistake you see, it's plastered all over social media. Like the memes are going on. Like when I think Perisic got by him against Tottenham. That's just what it means to be Van Dijk.
And listen, you can say all you want. You can say all this stuff about it from last season, whatever. Sunday he was him, and as much as the game now is about focusing on systems, formations, and putting the right pieces in the right roles, profiles, and all stuff like that, it's moments at the end of the day. What makes a team win or lose is the fucking moment, and Van Dijk he's one of them ones when it comes to those moments, bro. That's what separates. That's a Vincent Kompany, you know what I'm saying, Mr. Fantastic, fucking rip, you know what I'm saying, to try and basically extend the gap in the league. That's like one of those game defining goals. It's one of those career defining goals that puts you in a different echelon. And again, you got to give him respect. If you can't do anything else, you got to give him the respect. He's one of the greats we've ever seen grace the English game in general. So, you know what I'm saying?
But Marcus Rashford scores last year. It doesn't matter, right?
Jesus Christ, man! Oh my God!
I'm just saying. Chase and Adrian. Can we agree that when Liverpool
we're some big Carabao Cup glazing right now, acting like this is like some iconic, Yeah, I get it. But again,
I don't think it certifies someone upper echelon. It's a good trophy to win.
I'm not saying the individual
but
act is. I'm just saying the fact that it's him that stepped up. You know what I'm saying? Across his track record,
no, I agree. I get that. Yes, he is. But he's also.
I'm not saying it's the Carabao Cup that brought him to the Graceland. I'm saying it's just a trait of him stepping up in big moments and putting.
He's the top dog. He had a moment where he basically
leads this team.
Leads them. Yeah, I get that. Yes,
but I don't think his pedigree. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying again. We're not debating what the Carabao Cup is. It's just a minor trophy. It is what it is. It's a trophy nonetheless, but it's a minor trophy. We get it. It's not a major. I understand that, but all I'm saying is,
to me, it's the same thing as FA Cup. There's no difference to me. There's no difference to me in FA Cup.
But if it's a cup final, either you fucking win or you fucking lose. And I'd rather fucking
100%.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, I'd rather win it every time. I agree with everything. He was the best player on the field. You can feel his presence. The aura thing is I know it's a meme and a joke half the time, but it is true. He scored 2 goals.
The original aura, that was when it started.
Yeah, he was the first person they mentioned with the aura. With the hand out. But again,
what I'm trying to say is Liverpool just beat the 11th place, basically joke of the top 6, and United literally played the top 4 club last season that was on fire. And I don't think one person, other than actually Phil's the only person that was okay, that's a good.
Yeah, that's a good way.
He knew that this moment would come later, and he wanted to make sure he had receipts when that time came.
No, I'm just saying, bro. Phil was consistent. I'm saying Phil's the only person that didn't knock it. But now all of a sudden, I didn't hear Trey saying nothing. Marcus Rashford, great performance in the final. I didn't hear none of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Can you admit that your hate for United makes you
sometimes,
let's say
absolutely.
Okay, that's it. Okay,
I hate y'all motherfuckers, but I guess
at least he's outward.
Sometimes I can.
I just want to make sure that is
Sometimes
a lot of us here are
in the heat of the moment. Sometimes I will absolutely never give you your dues. I will absolutely never give United the dues. That's off the GP.
I just wanted to make
sure. After the fact, I can do it. That's why I said. That's why I agree with Phil on the what's called the seasonal placement point. Like last season, you finished with whatever place I finished in a trophy. If we didn't finish better or have a better trophy haul this season, that'll be okay. Last season, y'all had the better season than us, but I had to wait till now. So I can say that post haste. I can say it in post and be like, okay, cool. I can be objective about it after the fact. But in the moment,
Once the emotions die out.
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I gotta let it cool for a little bit. I might have to let it cool for a little bit. You know what I mean? Listen, I'm not infallible. I'm human. You see a character emotional too on TV. You know what I'm saying?
Nah,
Girl,
he's
I got
too
my folks.
emotional, man. Him and Rio have to be put in jail or something.
Nah,
bro.
some of them
Him and
takes,
Rio
brother.
are
Some of
another
them,
level, bro.
some of them
I've seen
takes, though.
people saying that having Carragher commentate Liverpool matches is having,
It's like watching. Yep.
it's like Hitler's perspective on World War II or something like that.
Yo, that's
That's
crazy.
insane. Nah. That's vile. That's vile.
Nah, some people
son.
need their social media taken away.
Oh my goodness, that's crazy.
But real quick, before we move on to Chelsea or whatever,
Yeah.
the last Liverpool player I need to shout out. It would be a crime if we didn't talk about, or at least give a mention to
Coleman.
Kevin Kelleher.
Yes,
Just-
Kelleher was unreal.
Like,
Honestly.
he is the Carabao Cup king, man. 2 years ago, he won us the final, scoring a penalty, and then in the shootout against Chelsea. And then now, like, his performance just went up a level with some of the saves he was pulling off. So especially the one, Cole Palmer's chance in the first half.
Facts.
Just you know, big strong hand, also just commanding his box. Like the amount of times he was playing sweeper keeper, his distribution's also been improving so much in the past few years. And he's one of those guys like I feel so bad for because he's genuinely so good, like top 10 level starting Premier League goalkeeper. But yeah,
Can we
he's
shout
second
out,
choice behind
Connor?
Allison. So like I don't know, like I would love to keep him at the club for as long as possible.
Quality number 2.
Just because
man.
he's an amazing number 2 and like now when Allison's injured, like I don't get worried, you know. I don't think Allison's expected to come back until late March, and I'm not concerned, just because of how good Kelleher is. But it's, you know, he's 25 years old. How long does he want to be an understudy at a club, even though he gets to win cups every now and again? Like he deserves to be starting week in week out. But as for the performance on Sunday, amazing. I mean, that final, Chelsea wins the final without Kelleher.
I mean, how old is Alisson?
Performance?
He's already 30.
31. The keepers go long. Keepers go long.
Yeah, if there's no other major injuries, he can go another like 5 years and be chill.
I mean,
least.
you never
5 years
know
at least.
when that Saudi.
Yeah, unless that Saudi
Arabia
money call.
money
Unless Saudi
hits,
bank
you know
call.
what I'm saying?
That might
I'm
quicken some
sorry.
shit up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, these Brazilians have their loyalty somewhere else.
Now, can Allison go to church in Saudi Arabia? Like that, honestly, might keep her from going. Dead serious. That man's a
Possibilities.
pastor.
That is true. That is true.
Facts. But what's it called?
I was seeing Chelsea fans calling for Saudi to come in for a lot of their players. So
Listen,
like,
It could be the ones to save us. Imagine they just start writing some big checks, get us out of some.
I mean, that happened last season. You guys got like 3 players sold there. Doesn't really matter if you guys get money and buy someone. It's not like what's gonna happen. If anything, you guys proven that just getting money and buying random players doesn't work.
Hold on, real quick. Everybody, Adrian, any comments on Liverpool before we switch gears?
Wait, we're still talking about it. We're not
No, I'm
switching.
saying, no. I mean to
to
Chelsea.
avoid any
to Chelsea.
criticism or anything like
Oh,
that.
we know
like,
what.
I
Adrian
guess
feels.
from inside the club, it must feel good. Like what Phil was saying, you know, see all the those good players getting their first minutes, some of them getting their debut, and having with Klopp having seen them rise through the ranks. So it must be a lot more special than just a Carabao Cup for a lot of the fans. But it was, good win for them. Another trophy for Klopp, especially in his final season. At least he can say he won a trophy, and that's really all I have to
Facts.
say. At least from that point.
Nah, respect. And again, hope y'all get Europa, but again, the league's a whole nother conversation. I can lead that one. Please, I'm praying, bro. Please relax.
Nah, we're hungry, man.
Nah, fairs, man. Fairs to Liverpool. But let's switch gears to a club that probably wasn't so productive. Chelsea Football Club, man. Again, a team, a £1 billion squad running into a game with essentially kids for a portion of it. I mean,
And wait, and can we on $1 billion? Because City probably have $1 billion squad. United probably do. Probably Arsenal squad is up to.
yeah, the
But $1
valuation
billion
probably.
in one season, $1 billion in a season and a half
Thank you.
span. Okay, not 10 years building whatever is there. Is $1 billion in one season and a half.
In
Let's just
one
make
fell
that.
swoop, $1 billion worth of talent just appears in their squad like this, and
Yep.
cannot do the business against essentially, you know what I'm saying, under 11s who have school and went to school early in the morning. They was on their Clarks, they had their uniform on and literally went into their primary schools and shit. You know what I'm saying? Some of them might be secondary school. I don't know. They had lunch boxes on them that morning. That's all I can tell you. But they couldn't do the business, man. I mean, damn. Chase, let's go to you, bro. How do you feeling?
it really ended up being because of the way extra time played out. I wish Van Dijk would have just scored in regular time, because then the whole kids narrative just wouldn't have been as strong, because he brought on 3 of the 5 in extra time, right? And even the commentator said, like, once it got to extra time, the whole narrative switched. It was like, all right, Chelsea should be the favorites now. They have all
100%.
That's when the narrative switched. It would have sucked if they would have lost in regular time, but then it would have been like, Gallagher sucked. I could done my normal thing, bitched and moaned, and we could have moved on and like not had this whole billion-pound bottle job thing start coming up. Which I don't think would have happened if they would have just lost in regular time. I think extra time was just that bad, considering, like you said, kids just came on and dominated these players. But again, I really do think that it has to do with.
I'm not gonna lie. I gotta use my mute. I'm too impatient. I'm too impatient. It's time to use my mute, brother. Hold that thought right there. Let me tell you right now. This thing actually pissed me off. I think it was Johnny Minerals out there. He said, "Yo, this isn't Chelsea. This is what you are. This is what you are for 16 years." That Abramovich money may have dodged you from your actual fate, your actual purpose, your actual definition of who you are. But welcome back. Welcome back. Bottle jobs, bro. Bums. Bottom tier club. I just want you to milk that in. Drink that in. Because y'all been trying to run for it for almost 20 years, man. That Russian money really got y'all high and thought y'all was better than what y'all really are. Y'all core, y'all DNA, man. Bald-headed Drogba might have saved y'all a couple times for that fate, but welcome back. The moral arc of the universe is long, but it always bends towards justice. Spend that billion. Do what you gotta do. Dread it. Run from it. Destiny still arrives. I don't care what day of the week it comes from. It's here. It's here, bro. Welcome back.
I don't want to break. I want to rejoice in this, but Chase, I'm gonna back you here, man.
Nah, I ain't backing him.
Talking about DNA, Arsenal DNA. You guys haven't won a trophy last year. You guys are in third place right now. You guys are out of the Carabao Cup. You guys are out of every cup possible. You guys just lost to Porto. Let's talk about. Whoa.
I'm gonna get to you in a second.
Listen, I'll take my L. I'll take my L. I will take my L. I will take my L.
Hold it right there. Let me focus on.
I will take my L.
Let's focus on Chelsea right now, because there's no way. There's no way. I'm tired of the slander coming from a lot of these Chelsea fans over the years, thinking that this is really who y'all are. After all the most egregious sports washing we've seen in the history of the sport, have y'all confused on what actually is going on, bruh. I'm sorry, bruh.
Whoa.
The L's.
Whoa, sketchy shit.
Gotta hold it. Hold it. Just in my heart of hearts, I'm just glad that everybody's starting to see that it's not working out, bro. I don't know what y'all gonna do, but karma comes back around, man. This shit come back around. That's all I'm saying. I just find it very funny. I just find it very funny that shit's melting down for them. Yeah. May the bus stop in Fulham continue to downfall until they're liquidated.
I will continue laughing at these guys because they deserve every cent of it. Chelsea, man. I mean, it's just funny. It's just hilarious. Literally, Liverpool got this random guy from Bundesliga that no Premier League team would think of signing in Endo. And you combine Enzo and Caicedo, you get the Endo name right there. And he performed better than 250 million.
Y'all spent 250 million only for a dude that y'all sold for 12 million to outperform them in almost every Premier League game since they made a switch. Like, come on, man. Let's keep it a stacked bundle here. These guys again, and a part of me feels sorry for Chase the person. Chase the person, I love him. No, listen.
Because they win one game. And he starts posting on his story. He posts on his story and then he says,
"That's not Chase the person. That's Chase the Chelsea fan. That's Chase the Chelsea fan. To Chase the person and Chase the Chelsea fan
are two on your personal story.
There are two different entities, brother. It takes over him like a symbiote, bro, like Venom. You know what I'm saying? Like a blue version. He just gets in, he just feels it, bro, and he just gets carried away instantly. And he thinks somehow that London is blue. I don't know how he thinks that in his head, but that's the Chelsea fan in him talking. It's just the weird little pitter patter in the back of his head. He's deluded, but he gets brought back to earth. You know what I'm saying? Then Chase the person comes back. I just hope he can find solace in the fact that this shit will not end for a while. And I hope it continues for the Chelsea fan. For the person, I hope he finds peace with LA, bruh. Hella Chelsea fans this week was talking mad crazy after that. They said, "Oh, we become Arsenal. We never finished below 10th place. We never finished 10th or below. We never bought £1 billion worth of talent in one season and still were ass. We had no money in COVID time, no manager. Everything was in disarray. We were in the trench, and we still didn't finish as bad as y'all will ever finish. What are you talking about? Don't ever compare that, bruh. If we were in the mud, Chelsea's in the tar pits forever, stuck, dinosaurs, bro. Cali vibes, bro. What are you talking about, man?
That's what I'm saying. They're not a top 6 club, bro.
Piss me off, bro. This shit pissed me off, man. It pains me, bro. Because when Arsenal felt a little bit of pain, Chelsea and all them man said, "Oh, Leicester in the new top 6. Leicester is this, that." You know what I'm saying? Chelsea way surpassed them. It's over. Blah blah blah. And look what happened now. Look what happened.
The thing is,
that's coming to y'all deserve.
The thing is, what's making it so much worse is like they literally won the Champions League 3 years ago, and then they're this. Like that's how you know that's the definition of sports. Like you can't become that shit like that, bro.
That, again, just it's no plan. It's no club. It's no culture. It's no heart. It's just money, bro. It's just money, and they're trying to maintain a vibe. They can't even maintain the vibe with money, bro. Sustainability and profitability won't take that money. It's not gonna be vibes.
You have your captain. Listen. You have your captain posting the first game of the season. They tie 0-0 to Liverpool, saying we're back. This is just the beginning. What do you expect? You have a little kid as your captain. Like it's not going to get much better than this. A little kid that doesn't even play, by the way. You know what I'm saying?
He's a part-time footballer. Yeah.
And the thing is, I feel sad. The thing is, and all of this, they're also unlucky. This was a lose-lose for Chelsea. They go in against a depleted Liverpool squad. Mm-hmm. Even if they win, it's like against a depleted squad. Like no one's gonna care. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like when those City Carabao Cups. Like yeah, you're the best team in the world. You should win the Carabao Cup. You know, type of stuff.
Yep. The burden is on them.
Like this Liverpool, and even last year with United, that's like 2 top like teams. Yeah. You don't know who's gonna win that game. If Newcastle won, that's 60-70 years not winning a trophy, and they win a trophy. Like those guys are as hungry as anyone to win. You know what I'm saying? And then Liverpool, depleted squad. They sub in 15-year-olds like to play the rest of the game, and you still lose to them.
Yeah, what's so funny about that is like this is one of the only times Chelsea probably could have come into a cup final with Liverpool and been severe underdogs, and I think that really would have worked in their favor. Just look at the games against Man City, the game against Arsenal. I think they feed off of that underdog mentality. They play. But then it just so happened that but then it just so happened that they come to play against Liverpool, and then they come against this depleted squad, and somehow top of the table Liverpool going for a quadruple became the underdogs in that final. so Chelsea suddenly got a weight of expectation that they had to win. It's incredible storytelling. The narrative is.
And the best thing is people like Cold Palmer get exposed when you're supposed to be cold, and be cold is in a final. That's when you're supposed to be cold. Okay, I'm not blaming him, but if you're cold, that's your thing. Is you're cold. Imagine Saka goes in, he blanks. What are they gonna say?
Oh, hey! All I'm saying is
it's a final, brother. You gotta perform.
Miss the penalty,
you can't just be in the.
Some people in this.
You can't.
Hey man, all I'm saying is it's tough, bro.
I'm just saying if you're cold.
Oh no, go cook. You know what I'm saying?
Now it's a joke. Now
the slander's gotta fly. I like Cole Palmer. The slander's gotta fly.
Whenever he scores 2 goals, excuse me, yeah, you know what? Generational.
Wait, who's called him generational?
I mean, remember when I put wait. Remember when I said, listen, United have Kobe, Mainu. I said Liverpool have Bradley, Arsenal have Saka, City have Foden. I said, who does Chelsea have? And he said, we have Cole Palmer, don't we? He said that, not me.
But does that mean generational? I feel like that's not. Yeah, exactly.
A young talent or actual generational talent? Because there's a difference.
I mean, all the players on it near.
Yeah, but listen, hey, all I'm saying is this is what's been brewing. This is what's been brewing for a long time.
Enzo Fernandez, man, that chance, that back heel he does when is it Palmer? I think he's standing right there waiting for the ball.
It was the first time he's done that.
Thing I've seen this year on a football pitch.
Filthy.
It's insane. It's like one of those things you would attack someone for doing in a pickup game. This guy's doing it in a cup final at Wembley, 90,000 fans in the stadium, millions watching around the world.
Nah, bro. It's just shameful, bro. When the best Chelsea performance.
The Palmer chance, though, I don't even blame him.
Yeah.
I think that was just an incredible save.
Yeah, that's fair.
The Gallagher ones, though, were
the Gallagher is a grease, bro. Again,
especially the one in the second half when he got played in, and then
again though, why is the central? That's what happened. But I don't blame him because he's a central midfielder. He's not supposed to be put in "I'm him" situation. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, but that's his thing, though. Like he likes making those runs into the box.
Still gotta
Like,
finish with
it's his thing. But come on, it's Conor Gallagher. But if Scott McTominay missed that, I'm not gonna be mad at him. You know what I'm saying? Like he scores it every once in a while. I'm not gonna be pissed.
Yeah, but all I'm saying is, bruh, the person who the Chelsea man who had the best performance was Didier Drogba in that fucking charity match from days ago. Not even any Chelsea man in the cup final. You know what I'm saying? That's how egregious this has gotten for you, man. And again, I just hope it continues. But I'm gonna stop now. Hold on, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna unmute Chase because whatever you've been saying has not been registering for the entire
he's been talking for like 10 minutes, bro.
And nothing you said has been.
Wait,
no, what?
He's been server muted the whole time, and he hasn't been able to say a word. I told you the move is powerful, baby. It's powerful, baby. Yeah.
Bro,
yes.
what are the viewers even gonna think listening to this?
Oh my!
Like, I'm sure I spoke to him. I'm gonna sound schizophrenic.
Nah, bro, you'll be all right. Nah,
he couldn't hear me because he wasn't wasn't acknowledging me, but I thought everyone else. I don't know. It's fine. No,
that's insane. Wow.
I'm taking these predictions very serious next week.
Trey, that power is unfair, man.
Hey, listen, yeah, agreed. I didn't even suggest this. Phil did, Adrian did. I was complicit. They suggested
Trey, explain to the audience right now what you did and why we're discussing.
So if anybody has not seen the video version of this, which it should be on Spotify and on on YouTube if you're watching from Spotify and YouTube, but if you're watching anywhere else and you don't have the video version, basically the power of mute, since I won the competition for predictions, I can mute the loser at any point in time that I want. And it just so happened the person who's down on their luck the most this week, I had to give a mute to at the very, very perfect time. So if you heard a sound effect that was there about 15, 20 minutes ago,
I did hear the sound effect.
That was the commencement point. That was when it started. And now I'm unmuted. He's back to normal. I've served my time. I just want to make sure I got all the slander out of my system. And again,
so much shit and no one heard. I mean, I guess you heard it, but I was.
Yeah, so
this is miserable, dude.
Did you hear Chase when he was talking?
No,
Trey?
I didn't hear a lick, and
that makes so much sense.
Neither the recording.
That makes so much sense.
Why he was talking over me.
Exactly. Yeah.
Whenever Chase, there's gonna be a fallout and old tweets of Chase pop up. I'm just glad that I gave him a chance and he doesn't come for every I backed him this one time.
I'm dead.
Thank goodness.
Again, I'm gonna say this one time. Chase the person, I love him to death. All right, I like that guy. Chase the Chelsea fan is a different man. He's the one that said Chelsea's gonna finish with more trophies combined than what's
the thing is.
Arsenal United.
The thing is, listen.
All I'm saying is he put that out there. He said it. That's a Chelsea fan. It's not the person. It was a Chelsea fan.
Nah, because he mushes it. He mushes.
Yeah, but I'm addicted to saying dumb shit. I like to just say shit and I can't help myself. Like,
because Chase is genuinely Trey of the West Coast.
Yes, if Lampard, if Lampard comes back to be the manager for the 4th time, Chase will put on his story a picture one last try, he's gonna do that, you know.
No, I'll say unfinished business.
Yes,
that's what I'm gonna be of Lampard as a player too, like holding the Premier League.
Oh my!
I reposted. I'll never forget when Lukaku came back. I reposted unfinished business on my story.
I remember you posted.
And he did this last season with Lampard. That's why I'm by giving this. He literally did this with Lampard. Lampard went to lose 100 games for Chelsea, and Chelsea literally finished 12th place. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta, you need to balance it out.
So
the only thing I said that was worth anything hearing was how does this impact Messi's legacy with him?
Oh my god!
With him dragging Enzo Fernandez to a World Cup final and win, because, like Phil was saying, that back heel was one of the most pathetic displays of any football I've ever seen. I've tried to do that at the YMCA a couple times with Julian marking me, not in a fucking cup final. Like, come on now. And then Caicedo, I think if he would have gotten a red card, would have benefited the side because he's oh god. If I ever say anything good about either of those two bums, I will buy a plane ticket for whichever one of you guys wants to fly to Tennessee and slap me across the face because I can't.
Okay, he's gonna say it. You know, next week Enzo's gonna have a brace, Caicedo brace.
And then the video of Enzo after like getting his feelings hurt and like looking at the guy trying to be all tough. Did you see that?
Nothing.
Yeah.
This guy just said, "Better luck next year" or whatever he said to him. It was like some. He didn't call him no words. It was like,
wait, does Enzo speak English?
It was a laugh that killed him.
I don't think so.
Hey, you wouldn't even know what he said. He probably saw him smiling.
He could feel the disrespect. He felt the disrespect.
Yeah, he felt the aura.
That shit's universal, bro.
Those tattoos I thought were so cool when he was at Argentina, and now they just suck, dude. He's walking. He's got like that half, like it's blacked out, like down here, and then it's a soccer ball on the top of it. He's running around like.
Yeah, but he's got one like on the back of his neck too. I mean, the guy's got
you have to be good if you're doing that. You can't be.
He's a World Cup winner, man. He can do what he wants.
At Chelsea with neck tattoos.
Oh man, but
if my LA Galaxy wanted to buy him, I think I'd say no.
Oh, dude.
I really would wonder.
Galaxy is insane.
I really wonder Joe Ellington's price tag if he played for Brighton, man. I really wonder how much he price tag.
With that Brighton PR,
yeah.
Unreal.
I mean,
but Chase again, just where do y'all go from here, bro? Was it Poch out? Was it Poch's fault for this? Was it who do we point the fingers?
Nah, Poch has to take blame. You guys were all over Liverpool in the last 10, 15 minutes of normal time.
Well, he definitely has to take blame, yes.
And then extra time, was that a real quote where he came out saying we thought penalties would be good for us?
I believe that was a real quote.
Load of loser
if
talk
that is true,
then
he takes all the blame. Or not all, but like 85% of it.
The players can feel that. If their coach is like basically nervous and trying to hold on for 30 minutes against a bunch of high schoolers, it's like,
the reason we're to blame Pochettino is the same reason we could sing praise to Klopp. If you could bring the belief in freaking 15-year-olds to come play Chelsea at Wembley and play their hardest and win the cup, Pochettino, you have people that won the World Cup. You have people that came to you have to manage your team better.
I think even systematically, the way that this team, like the patterns of play, the way they attack, it's just so disjointed. It doesn't seem like they ever really know what they're doing. It's like maybe Sterling will drive by someone and, cut a ball back to Gallagher. That really seems to be it. Or Palmer does something magical or draws a penalty or whatever. There's no patterns of play. Even when he was with Tottenham, he basically Kane dropping in, playing kind of a bit deeper. There's nothing really going on. They're just running around. So that's his fault. But again, I don't think they don't think he believes in them.
Yeah, but at least like bring belief into the team. Those guys are hopeless. They're all hopeless. It's just crazy.
Yeah, Chelsea should have been dictating the play in extra time. Like the fact that Pochettino
but then also part of that is also
compelled to sit back and absorb pressure and hold out.
$250 million worth of midfielders who can't dictate a game against kids. It's just like if nothing else, that's what Enzo should be good at, is in those moments taking over. And that's where I kind of do blame those kind of guys, because we did spend money on you, whether they wanted to get that money spent or not. Because I guarantee you, if Caicedo was in red instead of blue on Sunday, he would have been the best player on the field. But it's just like there's something in the water at Cobham. I don't know, but it's sad. I mean, Petrovic had a good game, but that's really the only.
No, shout out Petrovic though. I will give him some. I said it. And I'll stand on it. He was your best player on the pitch that day. He was solid.
And we talk about Disasi. They were shouting out Disasi last week like he was Maldini, and I said, listen, he plays like Maldini one week, and the next week he plays like Chase Bobbitt at the YMCA. You know what I'm saying? Like. Come on now.
And then in Kunku, it's getting to the point, one, why can he not play 90 minutes or even play, really? And then he comes in and he missed that one chance that was point blank. Again, I just don't. It's just frustrating.
Post, man.
Not to gloat, but who called that? Who called the Nkunku thing?
He's not even getting the chance. That's also a Poch thing. Why is he not starting in the 10 over Gallagher?
You've been seeing his performances. He gets subbed in and he does what? He loses the ball. He doesn't track back.
It's completely different.
Cameo, you have to do something.
But starting a game is so much different than going on in the middle of a game and trying to figure out the pace and trying to change it in a cup final like this. Like, why are they not starting him?
His cameos recently have been really bad, but I'm still not gonna be knee-jerk or reactionary about it. I still think he's probably Chelsea's best player, like as actual footballer. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know if Pochettino doesn't trust him yet, or he feels like he needs to.
Yeah, he started. There was a game that he started.
Yeah,
He didn't really do
I feel
anything.
like there's just no rhythm. I don't know if it's with his fitness
Yeah.
or whether Pochettino trusts him or not or whatever. But with any of these players, I feel like there's just no rhythm. There's no synchronization between any of them, and it's just like again, it's just.
Chilwell's becoming a joke now with all of his
Chilwell be
antics.
for the kids. Chilwell be for the children.
I
You know what I'm saying?
sent you that tweet. It was like people be 37 with 17-year-old up or something like that. And,
Yeah, I read. Yeah,
Bro, my man,
Jokes,
again.
bro.
Before the game, he was talking about this could be bigger than the Champions League if they get this.
Yeah,
After the
yeah,
game,
crazy.
Ben Chilwell liking tweets talking about it's Tim Pot Cup anyway.
and then his outfit at the fashion show just made it 10 times worse. If you saw that, that was an all
Trey,
time.
and when Chilwell said that, who said, "Oh yes, Chilwell"? Who said that?
I like the mentality. I said that.
he liked
Great
the
mentality.
delusion. It matched
Yeah.
the vibe. It's matched the vibe. But again,
They like the mentality until they lose, and then it doesn't. All of
Bro.
a sudden,
then it doesn't matter.
Dog, I'm just saying. Where do y'all go from here? Continuing to go into the gutter. Y'all might end up in the Earth's crust by the time. the
Listen,
season's
now
over.
they're at the
That
perfect
shit's
position.
tough.
They're at the perfect position.
This was his fit last week. I don't know if you could see it.
Oh my.
That's horrendous.
Genuinely looks
Nah.
photoshopped. Too.
Listen, I think right now this is the best that they're in the lowest of their lows. Only relegation is worse than this. Like at this point, only getting
And the only
relegated
person
is
who can
worse
save
than
us is Kylian Mbappe. That's what it's come to at this point. So I don't know what to do. Besides just
Genuinely-
Gene, I
If
have
you
something that
guys-
will make it worse. Chelsea's next game is against Leeds in the FA Cup, I believe.
Oof.
If they lose that
Yo,
to
they
a
could lose
championship
that.
team,
Somerville
it will be
Stunner.
They
worse.
could lose.
It will be
They
worse
could
if
lose.
they lose.
Somerville,
You think-
Austin.
Yeah, it will be.
Nah, I think there's a good chance they lose that game. But I don't
I think
it'll be worse.
Pochettino genuinely will get sacked if they get knocked out by Leeds.
They
in the FA
can't.
Cup.
They
sack him.
They
what- yeah,
financially
like,
can't.
financially
sack him.
can't. And
Yeah.
even if they did, who are they bringing in?
And
Boldy will
there's a
slip
lot of
out.
man-
Boldy will go on the
there's a lot-
touchline, man.
Yeah.
Bowley?
He'll go there himself. Yeah, he'll go himself.
Nah, listen, we talk about shame and we talk about this. Todd Bowley, have some shame
Bro.
and freaking sell the club, bro.
Did you
Try
see
to
the
get
clip
whatever.
of Pochettino not acknowledging him when he walked by him with
Yeah,
the.
he just
Yeah,
brushed
yeah.
past him. He shook everybody else's hand after him. He was like, yeah,
I don't know how much of that's an accident or serious, but again, Todd Bowley, if
Bro.
you have any self-respect or anything, just sell the
And the
club, bro.
MLB season's about to start, so he's gonna be
Bro,
focused
like,
on other
the
things.
full-
So
He obviously
The
doesn't know how to
full-time
manage
whistle blew,
this.
and that man was like Hail Hydra. My boy is an agent. He's a destabilizer, bro. I've never seen.
Yep.
He
I
is the
respect
Winter
his game.
Soldier. He is the Winter Soldier, bro. Honestly, salute him. Damn it. What else can I do? Like, yo, it's a good job. I ain't never seen somebody move so swiftly on his ass, bro. Yo,
Don't get me wrong, but I hate the Glazers, but this guy is on.
there could
Yeah,
be
no one's
worse.
done what he's done.
Yeah,
He
that's-
10x what the Glazers took like 10 years for them to like 15 years, whatever, 20 years. Like this guy did in one season. So
Listen,
I
man.
mean, he's the him of destroyers.
Bro said it's the American way and just went crazy. Like, what the? Yo, you gotta chill out, dog. Like, what's happening?
Destabilize. Yo, crazy. Straight out of the CIA's handbook.
Yo, type shit, bro. Listen, man, J. Edgar Boley type shit, bro. This shit is insane.
And
Bro
again-
is cooking.
On top of all of this, Chelsea has been 100% the most unlucky. Like talking about like 50-50s not going their way.
Mm.
Like when any shot goes in like against them, like everything like that's supposed to like have to like a luck involved, like it's not going their way. So it just makes this like fun year, and then for them just shatter.
Bro.
if they lose to Leeds, I don't think I want to do the podcast anymore. Or can I
Oh,
restart it? Okay, real. No, let's be real.
You can switch
and
teams. I would not.
I'm willing
get
to say
mad at
this.
you.
If they lose to Leeds, I will do a separate podcast once a week on just the MLS, and I'll sit here and talk about the MLS on my own for an hour a week until the MLS season ends, and then I will come back to this podcast and like,
Alright, so wait,
You're
can we
using-
virtual shake on this?
yeah,
No,
You're
that's
using
crazy.
MLS as a virtual asylum. I'll shake to that, but
yeah.
that's insane.
You can
He's using that as
you can
asylum.
call me
That's
in.
crazy.
You can phone a friend when you guys are recording for 30 minutes an episode for me to come on. But other than that, I have to do my own episode and just sit here like a loser and talk about MLS.
Oh man, we're all Leeds
If
this
they
week.
lose to Leeds,
That
We're
is
all
some
Leeds this
footage,
week.
All
man.
right.
Nah.
Now, we
I'm gonna
haven't
watch the game on
had
my
a
knees.
bold bet like this in a minute. We have not had a bold bet like this in a minute, man. This is good stuff.
Nah.
Oh
Chase,
man.
I'm gonna go for Chelsea, man. No one deserves to talk about the MLS for 1 hour a week, man. No.
That's again for Chase the person. I absolutely fear that for you. I do not want that to happen. I really don't. But again, Chase the Chelsea
That
fan
genuinely-
pushes you to an end that you might not
That
be able to come
genuinely
back from.
might be something. If you go to hell, that genuinely be one of the things you have to do.
That might be
Like,
the first one, bro. That
I'm
might
not gonna.
That might be like the third or fourth ring. They can't be the first one because that's too high. That's
Hey,
like
hey,
Premiership or something like that.
You-
Like, that's not. I
Somewhere
can't
north.
wish that upon.
Yo,
We're
That's
Americans.
crazy.
We're Americans talking about the MLS like this. That is like.
Who cares?
That's
I-
a-
like,
we're
they
honest.
are a joke of a league.
Honesty
I'm
is the
not
best
serious.
policy.
No, it
As
is,
much
it
as
is,
as
man.
much
It
as I
is,
would
it
feel
is.
like the meme of Tom and Jerry, if Chase was actually doing that, where Jerry's just like you can't even make fun of him anymore. I just want him to see it. I want to see it at least one episode. I want to see it at least once.
Oh, hell
Bro,
yeah.
that's
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, me too.
it's
It's gonna be the
incredible
saddest
content.
thing ever.
Oh my goodness.
The
bro.
thing is, the hardest thing of that episode is trying to speak 1 hour just by himself about
Bro,
Talking about
MLS.
MLS.
honestly, bro, shout
He's
Taylor-
gonna have to go into
Taylor 12
deep
would need a
history,
raise.
bro.
Taylor 12 would need a raise for that. Honestly, that's the.
Wait,
that's
and can
the
we
hardest
add
job
that
in the
he
world.
cannot mention Messi onto this?
Bro, that's
He cannot talk about
No,
Inter
no,
Miami talk. You're done.
How about I can't talk about anyone who's
spent
played in
50
Europe?
minutes talking about Inter Miami.
No
Yeah, that-
European players.
No players who played in Europe. I can only talk
No,
about
you're
the
now you're
Messi
making
Nah,
impossible
nah.
task.
You
Yeah.
gotta
Yeah,
be
you're
talking
making
about
impossible
Kansas
task.
City or something like that. You're gonna be talking about somebody random.
I mean,
Nah.
Drake
I won't
Chapman
talk
there for
about
20
that.
minutes.
He could talk about the friends that he knows.
But they're not gonna lose leads. We don't have to worry about it. We're fine.
Insane.
Okay.
Insane, bro. But any final comments on the Carabao Cup?
Nah.
Yeah, let's move on.
Listen,
All right, we'll hold
we
you
could
to
go
that, man.
quick. We could just
Yeah, we can rattle through the
Bada
rest of this
bing,
stuff,
but-
man. Again, real
make
quick.
fun of. Wait. You could. Everyone make fun of United for being shit. That's
no,
how-
I think that we were gonna
wait,
spend a
wait,
portion
wait,
of
wait,
the.
oh, you want to do that first?
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Let's make fun of him.
Listen,
Quick.
all I'm saying is, I heard people were saying his new name is Eric 10 Matches Left. I don't know. People said that. Not me. Not me. I didn't say that in it. I
No,
didn't
United
say
fans are saying that
that.
the
Which
Civil
is,
War is reaching a peak now.
bro, I'm not
Saying
gonna
that the
lie.
Ten Hag out movement.
Yeah,
It's
it
crazy.
be starting to get a little bit better. Y'all drop
That
on
is-
fucking
that
cliffs,
is a
bro. I don't know
peak.
how many cliffs y'all in a
It's
mountain
peak
range
comedy.
right now. It's not
This whole
looking
Civil
good,
War is peak comedy. It's like better than Captain America movie Civil War. Like,
Bro.
That's not a comedy. What are you talking about?
No, this.
Listen,
No, I said this whole
explain to him.
this
Let him
Civil
off
War
with
is more entertaining than the.
Ah, okay.
I'm not gonna go too crazy because we still gotta see our Old Trafford. I know how good this man's jinx is, so I'm not gonna go too crazy. All right, but all I will say is, from
Fucking
no,
UTG trade.
yo, from like just looking at the game, bro, how y'all set up is just like it was just so off. It was just so off the way you let Fulham.
Because this is
so
the
many
dumbest thing I've
spaces.
ever seen in
Like,
my life. That's the
was
dumbest
so
thing.
confused.
You lose you lose a striker, and then you switch the whole attack for
Yeah.
one player that's played a couple
I-
games for you. It's the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life. It's stupid.
I was befuddled as hell looking at the game. I'm like, bro, how are Fulham getting through so many chances?
Stupid.
Like it was rattled. I was
Can we
like,
do
bro,
Can we do a group reading for a second? You guys just guess who this is. And these words aren't my own. I'm just going to read some things and then tell me who you think it is. Chase, you fucking bum. You're a fucking pussy. You're a fucking bum boy. Shit the fuck up, pussy. Holy shit, you are a bum. Duck Harry Maguire's cock boy. You're a bum. Leave the chat. Leave. Laughing faces. Bro double jinxed himself. Fuck it, Fulham win the game. Y'all deserve it. And then guess what happened after that?
What? Okay, you shouldn't have read the last part.
And then I
you
said-
they should win the game because they deserve it. Why were
Oh.
like you just destroyed everything?
Oh
you
my
were starting
gosh.
off good, amazingly, and you destroyed it because it's the truth. They deserve to win the game. And you were
cut
making
it a
fun of
little
Harry
bit. That shit's
Maguire.
Still funny. I'm not gonna lie. But continue. Go ahead.
I'll double down on that. If that happened again, I'll double down on it. I know it cost me the game, and listen, I do not care. Those guys deserve to lose. I really don't care that it cost us the 3 points. Like, it's something that's happening. We've been same level as Chelsea of shit. We're just six because again we're a big club and we get 3 points when we need to. You know what I'm saying? That's the difference. But yeah, we've been absolutely shit.
Performance wise, still my brother.
Yeah, Man
You know what I'm saying?
Literally, that's the perfect assessment. They literally only have won the matches they won because they're Man United, because they're a big
Yeah.
club.
Yes.
So like that kind of just like a few last minute winners just spawn out because of that.
Mhm.
Yeah,
But,
and that's
yeah,
the
actual
truth.
performance has been horror. Other than a few matches in these, ironically, in this past like month or so, was your
Yeah.
best run in a long time.
Mhm.
And then then just straight to this, breaking records.
Again.
Fulham's first win at Old Trafford in
Since
was it
03.
how long? Since 03.
Yep. Nope.
And the fact that it was
And it's a
I guess
97th
United
minute.
Trey was in attendance, and you have two Nigerians
Nigerians
scoring for
scoring.
Fulham.
Trey's first
No, that
game
guy
ever
is-
at Old Trafford, bro. That's the
I don't know how he does it. I don't.
He's
I mean,
incredible.
Listen, people-
No, he hasn't made a deal with
Things are
the
beyond
Great
on
curse,
letting-
especially
Listen,
when he went to
people-
JJK.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, you cannot say you don't believe in God. Like when stuff like this happens and stuff like that, like it's literally
I
impossible.
agree.
There's no you cannot
there's
say
no way to
coincidence.
explain
It's not
these things.
coincidence. There's no coincidence. Like it's not a coincidence at
He's
this
so,
point.
he's so
It's like,
powerful.
Oh,
like he
dog.
actually something needs to be done.
Bro,
if
listen,
if this were Brazil, if this were Brazil,
every single one
if this was
wrong.
Corinthians, if we had a fan for Corinthians that was doing this to us, he wouldn't be here right now.
Bro.
He wouldn't at least have internet.
He's
The internet
not,
wouldn't be.
He's not even wrong.
You know what I'm
but
saying?
That's crazy.
Like, yo, come on, man. If you're in Lagos, take the guy's internet out or
bro.
something, man. Make him take his internet out.
You know what's
please.
crazy is that I feel like now somebody could actually do that. Like,
Bro,
which would
straight.
Do you guys not
EMP
realize?
to IP
that-
address.
Do you guys not realize like our best time was like when he was out of Twitter because he got
Yes.
he
Some
got
of your
booted
best
from
friends.
Twitter.
Yeah, he was banned for a little while.
He was banned on Twitter,
Hey, y'all were up and up.
and then when
facts.
he came back, like before the season started, and then this happens again. Like it's actually crazy, bro.
bro.
No, I'm,
Wouldn't it be
No
actually
joke,
crazy if
that's
somebody
crazy. that's
went
Spurs
ahead and
type
targeted
shit.
him though?
That this is hair. Nah, chill.
This is-
No,
yeah,
I
chill,
said
yeah.
target his internet. I said target his internet.
Whatever it is, it's still like, like what do you do
EMP
to
his
this- I guess-
internet. Go work at your local whatever you do. Find another
Take the
job.
whole cell
'cause
tower, brother.
Twitter. Yeah, I'm sorry, bro.
The man loves
I-
football, you know. Maybe he'll try to switch allegiance.
My bro
to,
said,
like,
love something else.
things actually work.
Nah, it's like he doesn't love football. Because if he loved his football team, he'd stop tweeting about them. Like, it's like he
Nah,
doesn't
listen,
love
hey,
them.
that,
Obviously,
that bag is too much.
No,
Brother.
the
That
ultimate
bag is too
test
much,
would
you
be
can't stay away.
to absolutely switch allegiance to go support Chelsea or something. See if his jinx works.
Nah, but that wouldn't be
it wouldn't
from the
be.
heart.
It wouldn't be truthful. Yeah. yeah.
So it's just
You gotta
follows no
believe.
matter
You gotta
what,
believe the curse to make it
football.
be
But again,
real.
football goes.
we
He
talk
is
about
at heart.
Man,
He is a Man
brain
United
farts.
fan at
We
heart.
talk about manager brain farts. That this is Eric Ten Hag, big
Bro.
brain farts here. He
What
does
are
it
your
every
thoughts on
once in
him,
a
Gene?
while. Listen,
You still believe in the process?
I still believe in the process without brain farts. Because every manager has it every now and again, and this was the game that it was a brain fart. We lose the striker, just put someone at striker. Don't switch Garnacho from right wing where he's been playing amazingly. Throw him into left wing. Rashford hasn't been scoring stuff, but he has been playing decently, creating chances, being dangerous at left wing. Leave him there. Just throw someone at striker. Even if you throw freaking Onana at striker, it wouldn't disrupt the flow of the game more than switching everything around to accommodate one player. You know what I'm saying? Just throw Anthony at right. Like, just do something.
What does Ten Hag need to achieve for you this season as a bare minimum?
I think the season to me is dead. Like just with everything, especially, I hate going back to the injuries type thing. Like this game, regardless of injuries, we shouldn't have lost. But just still competing for top 4 to me, with like not having our best center back. If anyone loses their best center back in the season, and they don't have him the whole season, to me, is like it's tough. We didn't have Casemiro half the season. It's just I don't know. To me, it's like the injuries that we sustained in the beginning and all the points that we dropped in the beginning it's just too much to ask him to go to the cup final, win a cup, or even like in the Premier League of today to get top 4. Not
But
having.
aren't you guys like right now not that far off Tottenham and Villa?
We're not that far off, but we're still playing like shit. Like I'm saying, we shouldn't be there. Realistically, if we probably go to like XG with points, like
But
expected.
that's on
points,
him though, right?
Yeah.
That you're playing like
Huh?
you're playing so
I'm about
bad.
to say,
That's on him.
By the way, 3 points off Tottenham in 5th, 8 points off Villa in 4th.
Yeah, I don't know.
Fifth,
How
Yeah,
about,
are they all in the same amount of games?
Champions League.
Though? I know Spurs are.
Tottenham has played 25. Villa and United played 26.
Okay.
Because
so the
I mean,
yeah.
as bad as we played that Fulham game, losing a game 97th minute, like it's kind of tough to blame the manager for that last possession. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, for the full match for being shit,
Yeah,
you could blame him. But for that one moment, it's kind of tough to put it all on the manager. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I mean, but the
But-
fact that you even said Fulham deserved to win, like that's
They did, 'cause they played like shit. Yeah,
that's
yeah,
what I'm saying,
yeah.
so that's on him.
But no, listen, I don't know, because he relies so much on that Luke Shaw and Martinez to start his game, and like when we have Lindelof playing left back, it just is thrown out. I guess he just can't adapt to whatever we have, because
That's the problem,
That's-
right?
that's-
I mean,
yeah,
if you want a top level manager at a club like Manchester United, he has to be able to adapt when things go wrong, when the squad is depleted, or when they're in a bad run of form, or when things are getting a little, I don't know, toxic in the fan base. Like, he's got to be able to ride these out. And
I mean, that's what I'm saying.
From the outside perspective, it doesn't look like he's done that much. But
I mean, for us being 6th place, being 3 points from 5th, like Trey said, and how shit we just been and losing all the players, that's pretty good. If you guys lost VVD, Salah, and whoever, and you guys are still in, like last season,
who's the Salah that United lost?
We don't even have a Salah, so I can't even say that.
I mean, Bruno's been fit the whole season. Rashford's been there.
Just say a key player that's injured.
Okay.
Just say a key player because that's what I judge it off of.
No, because right now it's Højlund and Lisandro, right?
I mean, Højlund has been our best player in the past month or so, and he comes out. Lisandro came back for 2 games, and those were one of the best games that we have. Luke Shaw is key to is out again. We have Lindelof playing center back. I mean, left back. It's tough to deal with that.
Malacia?
He's hurt. He's been hurt for 10 months.
I haven't seen him the entire year, and I haven't seen.
He's been hurt for 10 months.
Don't you think Ten Hag not having those players should be the difference from being in and around Arsenal, City, Liverpool to being where Tottenham is? Not so much the difference of being from where Tottenham and Villa are to being close to who's even around Brighton.
Brighton is below them. Wolves.
Right, I think the standard should be a bit higher from missing those players. I mean, it's one thing if he hasn't had Bruno the whole season in addition to these players, but
I mean, we could talk about Bruno
because most of the United attack has been fit the whole season, and that's probably been the most disgusting part of United's play all season. It's been so boring and it's so not fluid, and it's only in this past month where United was having these crazy 3-2 wins and these topsy-turvy matches that it looked like something was clicking going forward when Højlund was on his goal-scoring run. And yeah, of course, him being injured makes a difference. But I feel like more than anything, like you mentioned it earlier, you've been playing horrible football this season. That's what would concern me more. The fact that my team is playing horrible football and we're 5-8 points off of top 4, let alone competing for the title, which is where United should be, especially considering how successful last season was for Ten Hag, finishing 3rd and winning a trophy.
Again, what are we gonna do? I mean, if we just boot him right now, it's gonna be the same thing that we've been doing for years and years. We don't give a manager enough time. We boot him whenever the going gets tough. Especially out of all our managers, he has an excuse at least. At least we have a reason why. If you could tell me I could get Pep as my coach, I would say, yes, sir. Please give me Pep. Please give me Klopp. But it's just not. You can't. If you could guarantee me that someone comes in and they're going to be Klopp or Pep for us, okay, of course I'll take it.
Yeah,
but that's
I'm not trying to convince you to want him to be sacked, but I'm saying at the least, I feel like serious questions need to be asked of his work at United.
Yeah, because outside of the player performances, it's the coordination that gets me the most. Because if you look at the Fulham game, how they were set up structurally and how they pressed were fucking awful. That shit was so
that game was,
and that specifically, again, that's a Ten Hag thing. He has, no matter who's playing, being at least intensive and showing some intensity in the press, at least like not opening up gaps in the midfield to let Fulham have free runs, you know what I'm saying? Like it's 3 a.m. on a highway and shit like that. You could just speed through, and having some coordination to put pressure in certain areas, at least that can be something that they can coach to no matter who's on the pitch. At least whatever that have enough intensity about you to run in a certain way and press in packs to at least force the issue at home, and not even that's there. So I'm like, not even from a player performance standpoint, that's a whole different issue, but from a team setup standpoint, from a tactical perspective, it looked all off. Again, it could just be the players just blanking out, and as soon as the match starts, they're like, man, fuck that plan, we're just gonna do whatever we do. And that's a communication thing. He has to screw it into their heads. But Ten Hag has got to get a hold of the structural base of like, yo, this is how we're pressing consistently, no matter who's in this game or not, technical level or not. We have to press like this. We have to, again, be this intense, this organized in our defense, or else if our attack's not firing, at least don't be so open and concede so many chances. But you know what I'm saying? Some of the stats were crazy from that last game. They faced like this is like their 12th game. They faced 16 plus shots this season, something like that. It was a bunch of crazy stats that came out. I think they faced like 166 shots throughout the season so far, throughout all these games, and I think they're like the top club that's conceded the most shots, or one of the top clubs that conceded the most shots. Like the stats, the underlying stats are not looking good from a structural point of view. I can concede players, but the structure and coaching to be a decent unit and at least not let people have their way with you, that has to change. That has to
right.
change.
And it's one thing if you could see a clear identity or philosophy that Ten Hag has been implementing or trying to implement in these 18 months, 20 months that he's been in charge. And if you've seen a gradual progression, and that it's been a case that when they lose, let's say, to Nottingham Forest, you can clearly see that there's something they're trying to do there, but the depleted squad and the injuries are, the drop in quality is just too much. For example, as much as I know Gene loves to rag on Postecoglou, you could see during Spurs' injury crisis earlier this season when they were losing these random games that there was a clear type of football they were trying to play, but they just couldn't get results with Ben Davis, Emerson Royale as their center backs. So if that was the way United was losing, I feel like a lot more people would have more sympathy for Ten Hag. But it's just the fact that with or without his players, we still don't know what type of football he's trying to implement. Like we all thought he wanted to come in and bring that Ajax. We all thought he wanted to come and bring that Ajax possession-based football. Yeah, and then last season it was clear that wasn't the intention because he got success once United started being, sitting in, hitting teams on transition, and just being a quick, direct team, like Gene said. But then he goes and he starts signing players that came from Ajax and are possession-based, like Anthony, Sandro Martinez, Onana. These are players you get when you want to be a ball-playing team. But then he's tried to do a weird hodgepodge, blending them together with players like Bruno, who wants to play in a direct team, Rashford, who wants to play in a direct team, similar with Højlund, who probably, to be fair, could play in either side if he has the right players around him. So I think even from Ten Hag, from his signings, from the football you want to see, I haven't seen any evidence that he even fully knows or what he wants to play, or if he does know, he just can't implement it or show signs that they're progressing in any way. And this is coming, obviously I have no desire for Man United to do well or to succeed, but I see these things and I even get a bit frustrated because I'm like, man, show us something.
I do think that the system he wants to play is so, it emphasizes that 6. That was why they wanted De Jong so bad. It was like they need that kind of player and they don't have it. And so he's almost adapted. I mean, obviously, but if you watch how De Jong played under him at Ajax and just that whole system, it made sense that they were trying to get him. But now it's almost just that's the core of what he wants to do, and he has no one who can do it. So he's kind of just he has some of these players that could do it, but then, like I said, but then it doesn't work with, you can't, I mean, for as good as Casemiro and Mino are at time, they're good in their own right, but they can't play that 6 the way that he needs a player to play in order to play his style. So I think they just brought in a weird mix of players, and he's either has to, I think he's basically abandoned that whole idea from what we kind of thought he was going to do.
Yeah,
from Ajax.
And he had three transfer windows since failing to sign De Jong.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, they could have got someone else in. It was like they almost, Casemiro was never going to be that. That seemed almost he's fine in his own right, but it just seems to be going against all these ideas. And he was doing it right, getting rid of the Ronaldos of the world, having kind of the ball to do these things.
Yeah.
But then he didn't really double down. And like you said, with Tottenham, at least they're dying on the sword of we're playing like this. I mean, from outside as a United fan, if you would have saw, if they were trying to play that style and just the 6 they had just wasn't good enough, but you could see what they were doing, then at least you can kind of have comfort in that. But right now, it's he doesn't really have an idea. So that's the thing. It's you got to die by your philosophy, I think, at the end of the day.
Stand on business, bro. And I feel again, it's just whether it be the injury situation or he hasn't been able to get his targets, even though the money was spent over the past few windows. He gotta pick the poison and stick with it. And I feel it's just been
we needed a center back. We wanted Kim Jae. Who do we get? Fucking no one. We get freaking Andrew Tate to have to play left back. You know what I'm saying? It is frustrating, and I'm sure it was the money stuff that we couldn't spend as much. Allegedly, this season we'll be able to in the summer. Again, I'm gonna give him one more chance because he has what a lot of managers that come to United that haven't had. He has the mentality stuff behind it. You know what I'm saying? And you talk about belief. he's brought that. We're Manchester United to Manchester United right now. You know what I'm saying? It's like
that's
we
one
could
thing
be
I will
dead
say.
meat.
His man management. His man management actually is better than most who have taken over since Fergie left. I would say generally.
I've seen a lot of people criticizing his man management.
I feel like it might be a little.
Because he boots people. Because he doesn't
He
get
rubs people the wrong way. I think is the way that it goes.
Maybe the word to put it is I feel like more so his squad is at least aligned with him more than other managers have been. You know what I'm saying? I feel like if it was another manager at some point, they probably would have got the pitchforks and really would try to root him out. But he's been very steadfast with how he's handled.
I mean, just look at this.
The Ronaldo situation, the Sancho
how much
situation.
is Sancho getting paid? How much is Sancho getting paid at United? And he's
I don't know, something crazy.
Like 350k, 400k for a player.
At least,
like
at
you know
least
what I'm saying?
300.
Like,
yeah.
And he got rid of that. He got rid of the CR7, the Varane. Like at the beginning of the season, he was kind of pushing out, but Varane stepped up humongously from what he was doing in the beginning of the season to now. And we need someone to, like, if you're not Manchester United, like, you got to get out of here. And that's what he's done, at least. And
yeah, and
that's not what other managers have done.
So far I can at least credit him for. But now it's time to see where the system and the tactical play is there. You can't just replicate what Ajax had and bring it over here. That's already been shown. It's already been proven. Manchester United does not have the technical level to do that. You know what I'm saying? Because Ajax, everybody's born and bred to pass the ball in tight space and shit like that. They're doing that from out the womb. You know what I'm saying? Manchester United isn't that. That squad isn't that. So either you have to, again, spend that money in the right way to bring the right players to implement that style as fast as possible, or you go a different way. So you're either going to commit to the transition football, tight defensively, and hit people on the break, or you commit to the idea you had at Ajax. So it's one or the other. And again, I feel like being caught in the middle, this period of him being stuck between those two decisions is costing the team in terms of, I mean, everything on the pitch, but especially from just a basic structure setup point of view. There's so much that they get wrong by being in between, you know, two of those choices and two of those philosophies. But yeah,
to me, it's right now we're like in a thing. If we get one more, like we play City next week, if what I think is gonna happen, that game happens, then yeah, he should be out of Manchester United. So it's gonna be a big game for him, and what the result that comes of that game is gonna be huge.
Big,
especially
big,
after losing 2-1 at home.
I'm gonna be playing Sean Millis this week, man. I'm praying for a miracle in that match.
Need that miracle. Hey man, that real shit, bro.
Lindelof playing left back.
Hey man, blood of Jesus, bro. We gonna need some help, some assistance, but it's all right. We'll figure it out when that time comes. But moving on real quick. Hey, shout out to the, you know what I'm saying, the cartoon oil merchants, you know what I'm saying, get that ass whooped. All the complaints that y'all had earlier in the season, oh man, Alan Shearer loves the tears, love it ref, gets in, you know what I'm saying, all that stupid shit thinking that y'all were somehow one in a rivalry with us,
Alan
and two
Shearer,
could touch us is very, very funny to me. Very, very funny. I just found it hilarious. Again, Newcastle won, Arsenal 4 at the Emirates Stadium. We whooped that ass. There's no other statement that can be had by it. Really.
That first half was one of the most embarrassing Premier League contests I think I've seen.
I don't know if anybody saw my thing. If anybody saw the match review I did, I'll just use a water bottle as an example. I said, just hold on. Shh. Go to sleep. They went to sleep.
It reminded me of United against Newcastle first half this season when we played them and we didn't do nothing and somehow it was like 0-0. But again, when you do that against a team like Arsenal, you're gonna get dicked on.
Murder.
Yep.
Yeah.
Murder. You know what I'm saying?
It was like I felt so bad for Isak watching him in that half. He could have been in the stands. Just absolute passenger. There was nothing for him to do.
Nothing.
His team just absolutely dominated. I'm pretty sure Saliba and Gabriel were just standing on the halfway line.
Yep.
Or at worst, you know, but more often than not, the entire 10 of Arsenal's outfield players just in the Newcastle half, camped in.
Filthy.
It was just a massacre.
And some
Arsenal
chances missed. Almiron missing that. I don't know if that was the first or second half. But that 1v1 that he goes and he just tries to kick it around the keeper. Oh my god, that was so.
Second half. Yeah.
That was so unserious.
Are we gonna talk about Newcastle's near future and how? I mean, they've had a bad, Premier League season. They're what position are they in? 8th.
They're 10th, I think.
They're 10th. They are not gonna get top 4 this season.
Definitely.
But this is the difference. But this is the difference, like I said, about the big clubs and these clubs that think they're big. You know what I'm saying? Is the same crisis and stuff that all these other teams are going to, they still get the results some way somehow, and Newcastle just haven't been doing that. Like regardless of like they were in the Champions League. This is a Champions League team that played in the Champions League, and you're in 10th.
MVP 4-1.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's just like you shouldn't be 10th place. You should be if you're having the absolute worst. You should be that worst 8th. Is you know what I'm saying? Like that's bad.
Yeah, it's severely underperforming because I mean they've been out of the Champions League for 2 months now. So since then it's been your regular season. They're still playing
out of the Carabao Cup,
which is what just makes last season so incredible. Like as last season was happening, like I was like, this is an incredible achievement that Howe's taken them from 20th to top 4 in his first full season. But I heard people coming out saying, no, with the crises at Liverpool and at Chelsea and Newcastle being bought by billionaire owners, it shouldn't be that surprising that they were able to make top 4. Like it's not that great of an achievement. But we're seeing now that was an insane achievement that they finished top 4 because like as bad as this season has been, this is kind of where they should have been last season. You know, they should be too good, obviously, to be
again relegation. But this comes to
be a Champions League club at best. Like you should probably say they should be putting up more of a fight to compete in Europe. But ironically, even though Champions League finished a couple months ago, I think the lag-on effect of playing 3 matches a week in the first half of the season is still taking toll on them. And then also like the nonsense with Tonali. There's just a few things that just have them in this like a kind of a rut. And I imagine they'll kick on towards the end of the season and make a push for a Conference League or Europa League. But this is where they should have been. Like they shouldn't have been playing in the Champions League this season. Last season was just such a crazy achievement.
It was, but
I agree with that.
The thing is, this is where like social media and everything gets to it. Newcastle fans and like they were seeming like that's where they belong. You know what I'm saying? Like they made it seem like Alan Shearer. You know what I'm saying? Like these guys made it seem like that's where they are. That's who they are now. You know what I'm saying? Like they made it seem it's like not a 1 season thing. We're here to stay. We got these new owners. We're spending this cash. We're doing this. We're doing that. Like this is what we are.
In the same fell swoop, the director of football is going to United. You know what I'm saying? Like immediate poach gone. You know what I'm saying? They might not have enough again like immediate cash flow to sustain certain salaries they hold, and a couple players could go next season. You never know what situation they could be in the future. But it's just
these financial fair play regulations, like they should have been bought like 15 years earlier. Then they could have really been a superpower.
But now, it's wraps. And honestly, again, just for all the shit talk, all these Newcastle fans are trying to big up their chest to talk about. I'm glad they got powerbomb, put through glass tables, set on fire Mick Foley style when they came to the Emirates, bro. Tino Livramento doing Twister, bro. Right foot red, you know what I'm saying? Doing the Tootsie slide when Saka got a hold of him, bro. Dead food, bro. How many people just out there looking lifeless, bro? Bruno Guimaraes, oh, you breakdancer, oh, you Jabberwocky. Let me talk to you today, bro. You was at St. James's Park looking mad crazy like a WWE wrestler, bro. Now you was on America's Best Dance Crew. What happened? What was the switch up? What happened? You was ass. That's what happened, bro. We got a hold of you. I'm just glad, bro. Not a sign of Jason Tindall's annoying ass anywhere with the sit your ass down. Not a picture from you today, bro.
Who's that team we call United? Not you guys, fucking bums, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like
again, know your level, Brody. Know your level, Brody. I'm tired of people talking up with chest, bro. Again. I can understand it coming from United fans and Liverpool fans. You know what I'm saying? They got the pedigree behind their name to talk. I understand that. But when I hear from Newcastle, from y'all, nah. And look, y'all got just what was coming to y'all from the last game that we played, bro. Y'all got just what was coming to you. Domination, ass whooping. Love the performances of everybody. Jorginho. Oh my goodness. That guy was playing like Steve Nash. That's all I gotta say. 12 mil. He was floor general. You know what I'm saying? Hey, take that pass, bro. Hold it over there, bro.
You should actually think. Man. You should thank Chase right now for this because if they have the Russian owner, like they would be smart enough to keep this guy at least on the bench.
He would actually make a smart decision and keep them.
You know what I'm saying?
But nope. Him and Havertz. I'm sorry. Listen, I'll clap it up.
Havertz, chill out. We don't need to.
Nah.
Don't worry.
Six more goals until he hits 12, baby.
Jorginho, I said it. Jorginho's in such a good spot next to Rice. Like I told you, that's like the perfect combination because Rice can do the defensive work. Like Jorginho needs cover at the end of the day. That's where Jorginho gets exposed. in teams.
So someone like Caicedo for 120 million
Caicedo
pounds wouldn't have helped.
Caicedo would have been a very good partner for Jorginho as well.
Yeah,
I'm not saying it's not, but that's the player Jorginho needs
wanted
next
him,
to
right?
him in order to be successful. Which I don't know.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I 100% agree. Again, the compliments. I feel like what Jorginho excels at is complementary to what Rice does.
Yeah.
Rice is a physical presence. Rice can roll. Rice can do a lot of things. He's a very much all action player. But again, where I think he's definitely lesser in a certain regard is his passing range and his ability to pick certain passes from.
Yeah, Jorginho's progressive passes are incredible.
Ridiculously consistent. And again, put them two
They
together.
always have been. Even before with Napoli, that was his thing.
You let Rice just roam around a little bit. He can be next to again Jorginho in certain defensive moments, and then let him roam to be an extra. Rice is playing shadow striker for parts of the game too. You just literally just sitting there on the left half space, just chilling, waiting for a ball to come in. Like, you let Rice roam around a little bit, be an 8, and let Jorginho have a little bit of responsibility in the build up, take a little bit of the pressure of passing off of Rice. That's dangerous. That is so dangerous, bro.
Also, at this point, I just want to say, at this point, Martin Odegaard is by far my favorite Arsenal player. Like, when he is cooking, it is just like, this is why you watch football. Monster. It's just beautiful. Like the little flicks, like the one-touch passes, the little reverse balls. Like, it's just, it's so satisfying to watch. And when you have a victim team like Newcastle that are just like at the mercy of Arsenal just playing around them, it's great. He's just automatic. He's just an incredible player.
Ever since the break, he's been showing why he's the fucking captain, bro. He's been performance after performance. He has done almost everything, bro. Again, him leading the press almost every single game, faultless running. This man could do a whole like Olympic marathon and shit like that. He could probably place the way he been running. I ain't gonna lie, insane work rate. Just to again lead the press, the decision making to be there, and when he's on the ball in the build up, again final actions, is again passing. Whatever you want, bro. He's been everywhere. He's been sensational. Fantastic, bro. Him since this Dubai break has been nothing short of fantastic.
Bro, we need to have an investigation on Arteta getting that meat in his mouth in Dubai, bro. Because since you guys have come back, your performances in the Premier League.
Maybe he made a little sacrifice there.
Yeah, dude, Arsenal's been the best team in the Premier League since that trip. Like, in the league. Not looking at the cups and Champions League.
Somebody in Turkey told him that he has to let the guy stuff meat in his mouth.
That's a great thing to talk about. We talked about the league game. Do we want to talk about the UCL game that Arsenal played?
Before we talk about that, I just want to say Arsenal's Premier League form genuinely scares me. Like, genuinely. Like, the football they're playing is so good. I mean, they cooked Liverpool just a few weeks ago at the Emirates Stadium. They're playing football that I don't think City or Liverpool has matched at any point this season. Like, this form of Arsenal is the best.
The thing is, same thing happened last season. That's what we're all waiting for, right?
No, it didn't.
That's what I'm sure Trey is waiting for too. You guys didn't play amazing.
The thing is, they weren't playing like this at this point in the year.
At this point in the season, it didn't happen. We started to wane when the injuries happened, and then
February?
We started to taper.
This is when Arsenal was getting like those last minute 4-3 winners.
Yeah, this was like the late winners, which were great in the moment, but I'd rather beat the shit out of
teams. Yeah, this is like the Bournemouth game. The Bournemouth game was like around this time. The Reece Nelson win.
Wait, so Trey, you want to call it?
You
want to call it then? That you guys are not going to go down? So, like, you guys are going to go all the way?
You want him to say it right now?
No.
Because I mean, I'm saying,
brother. All I'm saying is it's different. I'm saying is compared to last season.
That's what I'm saying. So if it's different, so then you guys should go. You should be 1 point from first place when the season ends. I'm just saying.
Wait.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
There's two different things though. From saying like they'll win the league to saying like
no. I'm not saying they won't win the league because they're not ahead of Liverpool, but they should be 1 or 2 points. Like, they shouldn't be like the season ends and they're down by 8 points. Like they were last.
Yeah, that's a fair thing to say.
I think that is a fair assessment. At this point, this is what I'm saying.
If you guys don't win, you should be at least 1 point, 2 points, 3 points.
We should be somewhere in the proximity. Okay. We shouldn't be 6+ points off.
Take it to the final game.
If we're serious, we should be able to take it to the final day. Yes, the final day or the final 2 games, we should be in that range. So last season,
and I hope to you it happens. Listen, I would rather you win than freaking Liverpool or City. You know what I'm saying? But
fair.
Again,
it's
just that fear that I have in the back of my head.
I know.
It's breaking down. I hope it doesn't happen, but it's in the back of my head. Bro.
I do too.
Because it was the same thing last season. But you know what I'm saying? It's like I just wanted Arsenal to win. I just wanted Arsenal to win.
You think I didn't want them to? But listen, this is what I'm saying. But all right, last season we were flying. despite maybe one injury, or again like a couple things, we were flying through the league up until another major key player was
I mean,
two
listen,
key
if you
players
lose
actually were out,
Saliba, Odegaard, Saliba, Saka, or whatever, that's different.
Like
but if you lose just one player, and you're playing Forest at dead teams.
But listen, we lost Saliba, and then we lost Saliba's cover. We had to play Rob Holding, and I don't think you understand how. Again, I'm gonna say
I do understand because I'm playing.
If we lost
we're playing
him, and then we lost Tony,
Andrew Tate.
You see what I'm saying? And you see how bad. But
listen,
how bad everyone
wait.
around
Imagine
him
having
plays.
Holding play left back, playing left back.
Bro.
And then you have to play freaking Rice at center back. You know what I'm saying? Like that's type shit that
we're.
You
see what I'm saying? How
that's different.
How a
that's
key
crazy.
player being out and you having to bring in a shit guy affects everybody in a 10 meter radius.
Okay, Trey, you have to just admit the Arsenal did capitulate last season. Injuries aside, it was
because it was just one injury. It wasn't 100.
But again, it's a key area. All I'm saying is I agree the capitulation was there. The mentality and certain results we had to keep pushing forward. But I'm not gonna discount the fact of a key player really being out. You know what I'm saying? But
that's why I said if United lost to Luton, that's why I said if United lost to Luton, I would cause havoc.
100%.
Like when you play 20th place, 18th place, not mid table teams. When you play dead last teams, like the relegation battle team, you have to win regardless if you have 2-3 losses.
And I agree. That just spoke to inexperience to the side, I guess the inefficiency to finish certain chances, and the lack of depth that we had. Because if shit was right, if our squad was actually in the right spot, we should have been able to recover and not play Holding at all. He should have not even been there. But that's a whole nother thing. Again, last season, flying, hit that midpoint, injuries, shocked, rattled. You know what I'm saying? Downhill from there, basically. Had a little upturn, but overall was downhill from there. This season, we're struggling through games. We're still trying to find that way to click and really get through it, but we're still getting points. And the underlying stats and all the performances from the eye at least told me we're creating chances and we're mitigating teams. The goals just haven't come yet, all the way up to the Christmas period. You know what I'm saying? But as soon as we hit that Dubai break and came back, bang, bang, bang. Everybody getting knocked
right
off.
When the meat got in his mouth, they were good to go.
Big pause, man.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what he needed, bro.
Sacrifice. He made a deal.
Bro, this guy always talking about sacrifice, bro. Get out of here, bro. We just, again, I think the break was needed, though, because, again, I think players were definitely tired. White was doing shifts, and there was no other replacement right back at the time. Like, he was pulling, like, 90s for, like, 5 weeks straight. So that time to break, reassess, and understand what we needed to do in certain areas, I think that was the click. That was the thing that made everything go bang, because our performances, I think, were about there. I think there are performances during the Christmas break, like probably against West Ham the first time, that were probably as good as, again, other performances that we had after the break, but the goals just weren't there. Now the goals are showing up and everything is clicking. People are saying, oh shit, they're playing this scintillating football, but it was steadily progressing to that point. We just didn't have the goals to cap it off and really start kicking on. But now you're seeing it. The team's starting to find Havertz more. Havertz is getting comfortable in different roles. You see him putting in the 9 a little bit more. That, again, Kiwior is getting integrated into the team when no Zinchenko's there, no Timber's there. Like, again, Gabriel, Saliba are finding little pockets, doing the usual thing. Ben White looks refreshed. Like, again, Matt Martinelli's finding a little bit more form. He's drifting into different spaces. Again, finding ways to be more effective on the pitch, making better decisions. Saka's found an upturn. We have clicked. We've just clicked. And this is the point where I wanted. This is why it's different from last season. We didn't have a chance to, again, trend upward. We were just, boom, rocket out of a cannon, and then we just started to fall downwards after certain things happened. But we're hitting form at the right time. I'm not saying it's like what happened with City last year, but you know this period of time. City always hits that break, and then it's like, oh shit, let's go win 10 in a row. And then they start going and going and going. That's when the team clicks right there in the springtime. This point in time right now, we clicked, and now things are starting to come together, and we still have key players that have yet to come back into the squad to fill the bench and to give us more options in different games. All I'm saying is this team is better than the last season's team, and we have a real chance to go all the way. I think we do. It's just
I hope so. You guys spent $300 million.
It's just maintaining that, man. Hey, listen, some motherfuckers spend $1 billion and can't win a Mickey Mouse Cup. Shit happens how it happens, bro. I don't know what to tell you. But all I'm saying is we take it week by week. I really believe in this team, and I can't give Arteta enough praise and plaudits for carrying through all this tough shit, bro. Because, again, people calling for his head for the silliest shit, and he just staying calm, level-headed, and we're backing up the talk that we're not, that last season shit was not just a fluke. This team is here to stay. The squad is here to stay. Arteta's here to stay, and we're a dangerous fucking side. That's really it.
Yep. Nothing more to be said.
Yeah.
Until that shit hits, until shit hits the fan.
I'll still stand on business. And listen, even if stuff might not go right, we're still on the right path. Even if shit doesn't go the way we want it to this season, I still believe in us to do the things that we need to do. You know what I'm saying? Because if we get the right recruitment in the summer, we're gonna be back again, and we're gonna be even worse if we get the targets we want.
You guys have,
and that's almost 1 or 2 and I'm not saying a whole squad. I'm saying 1 to 3 players maximum. I'm not saying a whole 4 or 5. 1 to 3, and those are just backup options.
What do you think you're missing? Mbappe?
A top quality striker, a support on the wings, and a backup center back for Saliba. That's literally all I need. Me personally, that's all I need. I don't need anything else besides that. More depth and a striker.
Look in the youth academy.
Listen, but I in terms of youth academy, I was about to say, I don't know if we have defenders like that. I mean, Rule Walters is solid. I just think they need more time to go. Integration with the youth is like, it's not necessarily an issue because we're playing like big games and stuff like that, but I want to see eventually more of that. We got people that are like Mika Biarritz, who's a striker. He scored in like 4 in the last 6 games. He's been good. There's been a couple other players abroad, again, doing good. Sambi could come back and be on our ranks as a midfielder. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully we sell on Partey because of the fitness stuff and he moves and we can, again, open up some space for a left center mid role and more depth. Patino's potentially there. We got options, but I'm saying we just improve in a couple of areas. We can probably hopefully get a special bagsman, somebody that can create that star power, that extra, you know what I'm saying, certainty in a box. And we're back again. So I just like where we're heading. I like the football that we're playing. We're becoming a consistent, dangerous top team in world football. That I believe in this shit. So yeah, that's all I got for that. And then City skirted past Bournemouth.
No one's gonna talk about it. Skip. I'm not even. Please, Adrian, please be okay with this, bro. We talk.
If we're gonna talk about anything though, it's Haaland's looking a bit rusty still.
Yeah,
chance where we sent him behind and tried to finish in your post was right foot. I couldn't believe what I was seeing.
It was 3 chances. 3 chances that game. Listen, I would love to talk crap about Haaland, but those guys are still second place somehow. So,
bro, hey man, listen, the form is temporary, and I'll say quality is permanent, or when you're shit is permanent. So.
The mentality's permanent, bro. The mentality's permanent. Again, y'all have not had convincing performances for a little bit now, and y'all just keep winning. So I can't go all the way and say, oh shit, they're cracking the armor, because they're still winning. It's like, so
don't worry, man.
Foden is going for that player of the year.
Yeah, don't worry, man. They play Lindelof at left back next week. Don't worry,
bro. You need to.
They could literally have the worst performance of their life. They could literally have the worst performance of their life unless Bruno somehow does crack that day and freaking like all their players like freaking are on crazy PEDs. It's an easy win for them.
Shit crazy, man. Shit crazy. But
or we decide to self-destruct, like
Kyle Walker.
It's been one of those like seasons where we have a pattern of doing that. So you never know. I mean. Yeah. Kyle Walker's the head of the kamikaze right now. So hopefully he doesn't play, because we benched him. We had a solid performance against
bro.
Who did attack us.
Just imagine him overlapping Lindelof, bro. Lindelof is gonna have to stop Phil Foden and Kyle Walker.
He should not see the pitch. Akanji, please. Akanji at right back, please.
Listen, that's.
I think you could have Pep playing right back for City right now and be better.
And honestly, y'all needed to switch that at a pivotal time, because again, I just wanted
Mateus Nunes at right back.
It's been 2 years in a row where we're in the crucial part of the season. Kyle Walker is starting to get dropped. It happened last year, and this year, I don't know. Let's just say right now we played a lot better without him. So
yeah, honestly, and again, y'all need to tighten up too, because again, this March is probably y'all most important month in terms of, or at least the most difficult month in terms of fixtures. Because again, I was looking at
City has a crazy run.
Everybody's running. Everybody's talking about the running stuff now. I'm not saying nothing definitive about shit until the 16th after. You know what I'm saying? So I'm waiting. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Gina, I know you see me. But again, looking at March,
we're giving you a lot of you're getting a lot of leeway here by not talking skipping this Porto game.
Hey, oh shit, my fault. I'll come back to it.
No.
We have time.
Yeah,
we
gotta keep going.
We're too deep, but let's just say if you guys beat them,
if
you guys beat them, we'll skip over it too.
Yeah, all I'm saying is play like how we played against Newcastle. You know what I'm saying? Just play like how we played against Newcastle.
Honestly, I see you beating Porto 4-0 at the Emirates. Like honestly,
just literally Newcastle game, do that shit. I don't know why Jorginho didn't start that game anyways. That probably would have been the safer option. But whatever. That we'll see him in a couple weeks.
Perfect. Can we do our
yeah. Let's roll
do
to
our
the picks.
player of the week?
Yeah, let's roll to our picks, man. Player of the week and fraud of the week.
I mean, I'll start off with player of the week. Obviously, we didn't even talk about this game because we talked so much about the Liverpool game and stuff. Bowen, shout out Bowen, hat trick hero. I'm gonna give it to him. Fraud of the week is going to be Nicholas Jackson for the 100th week in a row, just because lost to a bunch of little kids, celebrating like CR7 6 times in a row against Spurs, 100 chances, and then he just poops the bed. So the one time he does something good during the game, he was offside. I mean, I'm just going to give it to him just for shits and giggles, and have something consistent with this season.
Fairs. I can go next. I'll echo you on player of the week. Not really much else. You can say Jared Bowen scores a hat trick. You gotta probably give it up, or if anybody's close to it, maybe have a consideration. But it's Jared Bowen.
Some good goals too.
Yeah. Solid performance out. Needed that win because what I'm saying, West Ham was looking spooky. And my fraud of the week specifically is Ben Chilwell. You can't quote and say the Carabao Cup is bigger than the Champions League for them before the game. In the game, beef up kids and have a shit performance, and then after the game, look all dejected and then like a tweet that's saying, "Oh, it's a tin pot trophy anyway." You can't do all the before, middle, and after. That's good, bad, and the ugly. Terrible, awful, and the shitty.
Are you
it's not
Chase?
good.
Are you related to him in any way, shape, or form? Are you guys related?
No.
Okay.
If we are, I'm not taking any of the money.
With pride.
Ben Chilwell, man, unreal frauding.
He's
Frauding.
He's embarrassed. This is a footballer's IQ. Is that average IQ for a footballer? Or?
It is, because I actually saw Tony say that Defoe's top 3 strikers of all time.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently
Yes.
it was Defoe, Berbatov, and somebody else.
Aguero.
Yes.
You picked out his top.
Yeah, Aguero,
three strikers in
Berbatov.
Premier League history.
That's
Aguero,
his-
Berbatov,
that's
and
his
Defoe.
Was that top
personal
3,
list.
or did they ask like who are your favorites?
Yeah.
He said it was his favorite, or he took it as his favorite.
Yeah,
but I
that
think
was-
that's
that's
a
the
different
other.
fact.
It's probably his
maybe.
personal 3, because if it was anything outside of that, he's smoking dust.
Yeah, there's no
Regardless of
metric.
personal
Those
3,
guys
man.
are the 3 best.
Respect it.
I mean, I can see it being your favorite. Your
Yeah.
3 favorites.
Listen,
Like,
you could put
Defoe is-
Berbatov and Aguero. I could.
No, I can see why for a black English striker, Defoe would be one of your favorite strikers.
Ian Wright is thrown out. Isn't he an Arsenal fan?
Well-
Isn't Tony an Arsenal fan?
Yeah, but how old is Tony's born in like '96? Like he wouldn't have seen much of Ian Wright. And he grew up watching. Defoe. Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, if it's favorites, I have nothing against those 3. But if you're trying to be
fair. From where he
some semblance of
I see it.
objective.
But
Yeah.
if it's outside of subjective, an inch outside, dust smoking. That's really it.
All right, I have my 2, by the way. Fraud of the week, Chilwell. Same reasons as Trey. Don't need to repeat them. My player of the week, I just have to. I know Jared Bowen, like objectively, is probably the player of the week. I'm giving it to Van Dijk.
No, that's fair.
Oh,
I thought it was going to be in
that's
between
fair.
them two.
Respect.
I was gonna go. I'll match that. I was going Van Dijk as my player of the week as well. Not only did he score 2 against Chelsea, pretty much he scored it against Luton Town midweek as well. So that was 3 goals, pretty much 3 goals in a week. And then fraud of the week, I'm going to give it to the continent of South Africa, or not South America.
Whoa.
We almost
Yeah,
I said continent.
3 people. No, I'm playing.
The continent of South America, because it gave us Enzo and Caicedo. No.
This is racism right here. That's racism.
I'm not gonna lie.
That is
He
racism.
covered Enzo
Conor
and
Gallagher
Caicedo.
was the one that missed all the chances for you, and he's giving South America all this. That's crazy.
He covered the light skins and the dark skins on that one. He covered Enzo and Caicedo, bro. That's equal. That's like full range xenophobia.
And South America-
Any thoughts on that?
And wait. In South America, we don't claim Argentina, by the way. So that doesn't even count to Enzo. Sorry.
Bro, not only did Chase criticize Adrian's continent, but he criticized his home nation of Ecuador with that Caicedo shout.
He criticized my home nation. This is why I am mad.
You have to watch an international break too.
No, literally his country. Yeah, his country.
No. Yeah, Caicedo type shit. Yeah, Adrian, you have to speak out on this, please. Give Chase your
Wow,
fraud of the week for that at least. Give your player of the week. And
I mean,
give
I had United Trey as my start of the week.
Yes,
But I think I'm gonna have to switch it to Chase now. For saying that.
UTD Trace, man.
Yeah,
Chase.
blaming the entirety of South America for these two individuals. That's a bit low. That's stupid.
Ooh.
That was the only play. They're both from South America.
South America's produced some of the greatest footballers in history, right? I mean, come on.
He could have said America. He could have said America.
For the week. It's just fraud. It's just fraud of the week.
South
It's not.
America. But that's what I'm saying. But you could have just said America because that's the
You
actual
should have
continent
just
that they're
said
from.
Enzo and
But you
Caicedo.
specifically, yeah. But no, he specifically threw in. He took USA out of the equation.
Well, I mean,
Because
South
that's not
America is the
retarded.
continent.
Yeah, the continent they're from is South America.
Is America.
No,
No one says America is a continent.
That's what it is, though.
We just
No one says
fusing
that,
them
though.
all together.
North and South America are two different things.
There might be a central in there. I don't know if I googled it lately, but there might be a central in between them. I don't know.
But that's part of North America, though.
Oh shit!
All right, Caicedo and Enzo are my frauds of the week. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, they can share.
A roundabout.
Caicedo could have played. He could have been playing for Liverpool or Arsenal. But he chose to go to Chelsea. So
Well, at least with Arsenal,
clearly the guy's not
he
very
tried to
smart
go.
either.
No, he tried to go to Arsenal though. Like, he even made the Instagram post to try and get the move,
He did,
and it didn't work.
but
The
he
Liverpool
still
one, he
okay. It didn't
fumbled.
work. Yeah, he fumbled.
Liverpool, he fumbled.
Clearly, he's not very smart. I mean, why would you do that? Like seriously, but whatever.
He wants to live in London, bro.
Word.
That's probably the only excuse I would understand if he's like, yeah, I just want to live in
Yeah.
London. Isn't that fair?
Which is
Yeah.
fair. All right, but yeah, that's
In the UK is the UK regardless of where you are, man.
I'm dead.
But it's like saying America's
is
America,
different.
comparing
London-
like
yeah, comparing
New York to
Paul Townsend.
freaking.
Yeah.
Dean's having a geography
Birmingham.
nightmare this episode.
I'm just saying, UK to me is
What's
shit.
going on?
Regardless if you're in
No,
London or if you're.
Never been
for a
back
couple of
to
us, a couple of us been to the UK. Yeah, London is very, very different from the rest of the UK.
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying.
Like a drive.
I'm just saying the
like a
UK in
drive
general
from-
shit is what I'm trying
A
to say.
drive from
I'm not
Miami
saying.
to Orlando is a drive from London to Liverpool,
Yes,
basically.
yeah.
Yo, that's
which
probably
is-
the most American comment we've had in our pod all
Yes,
season long.
yes. I'm not gonna last.
I'm sorry. Yeah, Texas is bigger than the UK, bro. Like you could
Yes.
travel 2 hours. Like you know what I'm saying. Like it's not a big deal. You make 100 million a freaking
Yeah, it's their
whatever.
It's their
Like,
perception, bro.
they
It's
could
their
live wherever
perception,
they
you know
want.
what I mean?
Yeah, but there are
Inside
good
the UK.
cities in Texas and bum cities that no one would want to live.
Yeah, it's
in.
also
But that's what
true.
I'm saying.
Yeah,
So
the-
you
the
could
ratio
still,
is
you could
very
live an
different.
hour. You could live an hour
They
away.
can't
to
live in.
somewhere
They
better.
can't play for Liverpool and live in London. That
Yeah.
can't happen.
I'm not saying that, but I'm sure you could drive 1 hour away and there's something decent to live.
No, I mean to
That's
be
not
fair
possible.
though, Liverpool is a nice city. I've been there, but it's not London.
London.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not London.
Yeah, it is what it is, man. And that's our geography lesson for today, folks. Thank you so much.
If
for
you're
listening to
rich,
that.
if you're rich anywhere,
Yo, let it go, let it go, let it go.
Good
No, no,
job.
let it go.
PJs are out of the country.
Lesson on
if you're rich
culture
anywhere,
and-
you could
and,
live in a
great
nice
cities.
place.
Hold on. Wait, was that everybody's picks? Did everybody pick?
No, I didn't even finish.
Oh, okay, there. Go ahead, finish. Wrap it up, then. Go ahead, go.
All right, I'll give my. Wow, I forgot. Who did I give my player? Oh, player of the week. It will be for that.
Yes.
What a finish! that
Yes,
was.
brother. Premier League's best rapper, baby.
What a
Yeah,
finish!
this is-
I'm close
This
second.
guy
Adama
hates
Traore.
Manchester United, bro. Guy scores a hat trick. A guy wins the cup final with the header center back, and this guy chooses a random.
hates that. Yeah,
He won't be was
hide the
balling.
fact.
Close second. No, close second was Adama Traore for that run. Like that run where Traore, and then I just see Big Harry like.
Yo,
oh,
did
Big
you-
Harry.
did you
He's
see-
like
Bro,
that.
when
that
Maguire
Simpsons
equalized,
dude.
I changed. We changed the channel to the Everton Brighton game, I believe, because we were like, this is whatever. And then we see you guys in the group chat start going off about Fulham scored again. I was like, no way. And then my brother reads out Iwobi assisted by Adama Traore. Immediately, I was like, I know what that goal is. I know how that goal was scored.
Bro, yeah, I know. Funny, I think there was a clip of Garnacho. I think he looked over to the sideline and he said, "Fucking hell!" when he saw Adama Traore about to come on.
Yeah, but
Somebody
as soon as I
confirmed
saw him
that,
getting
but I think I
subbed
saw-
in, this guy's shirtless. This guy has a fucking 26
Hey,
pack, the
baby
fucking
boy,
biggest,
baby boy,
biggest
Yeah, the
biceps I've
camera
ever seen in my
showed
life.
it showed Adama with his shirt off. He's putting the shirt off. Yeah.
Like you,
doesn't
after
work
you
out.
don't see a
I
player,
started laughing so hard. I was
Nah,
like,
he doesn't
you
look
don't
like-
see Adama on.
Tight shirt.
You don't see a
It
player.
was over
Right here.
before it started, bro. This man's got pure pace and ignorance. My boy is on it.
Nah,
That's
That's
exactly
peak
what
Adama.
he did. He took the ball. He just ran the whole pitch. Maguire's just he's dying out there trying to catch. He can't even take him out because he's on the
Shit
yellow
turned into
card.
F1, bro. Oh my goodness.
He's on the yellow card. I can't take him out. You know, then
Trey, go. Trey, go.
Oh, he can't take it. He can't. But no, all right.
Can't take it. We're just trying to finish up. I couldn't
you're
talk
right,
about
though,
UK
you're right.
anymore.
You're
You guys
right.
skipped me talking
Yeah,
about
well,
it.
those are my picks. So we can go on to the predictions.
Yeah, let's go predict these games, man. We got 5 games for the next game week. All right, the usual order. Phil, Gene, Adrian, me, Chase. 5 different fixtures. Let's start in the Premier League. Brentford versus Chelsea at the G-Tech in the Prem.
I have a 1-1 draw.
1-1.
I also have a draw 2-2.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say 3-2 Brentford.
Oof. Prime Barclays.
I'm gonna say 2-1 Brentford.
Mm.
Guaranteed Malpay shit housery.
I think if a team wins, it's going to be Chelsea, not Brentford, by the way.
2-1 Chelsea.
Yeah, I think that's more likely.
Yeah, they might have to.
If a team wins, I think it's going to be a tie.
Brentford,
Yeah, Brentford are shocking right now, though. Brentford are shocking. This could be a shit prediction, but because Brentford are, don't know what happened. But yeah, cliff falling, bro. They missing Boomo like a mug. Moving on to probably the biggest game out of this lot. Well, definitely the biggest game out of this lot.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. One other one might have be in competition. But
Nah, if you're talking, man.
I'll fuck with you. I'll fuck with you.
I know the one you're talking about too.
But the Manchester Derby, guys. Manchester City versus Manchester United. Is at the Etihad, correct?
Yep.
Yes.
Yep. At the Etihad.
There's only one way this game's going now.
Guys.
I have a 3-1 win for Man City. They're gonna destroy United and score a cheap goal to lose a clean sheet at the end. I can already see it.
Smart.
I also have them losing a clean sheet, but I don't have 3 goals. I have 5-1 Manchester City.
Jesus.
Oh,
And that's being nice, because I think it could be worse than that. But again, Ten Hag, this is the one. If you lose this badly,
I mean, he will.
5-1 though. He can't have another one of those 5 goals conceded type game.
Yeah, just say 3-1 City.
3-1 City. Oh man. What do I want to say? I want to be a close game. But if it is a close game, these rat bastards will steal it at the death. 3-2 Man City.
Where the Rodri deflected goal.
You know what time it is.
I had 3-1, but I'm going to
Roger,
change it up so we don't have the same thing. So I'll go 4-1 City.
4-1 City. Bridge the gap. All right.
Funny how you're not everyone having the same thing is like still a City win though. Like you can't bear it to.
I'm just trying to get the score. Yeah.
Crazy, bro. All right, moving on to the next one in the Premier League. Fulham versus Brighton at Craven Cottage, I believe.
Yep, I have a 2-1 win for Fulham.
I have the same score, but for Brighton. 2-1 Brighton.
2-1 Brighton.
1-1 draw.
This guy, man, he's addicted to these draws.
I think I'm gonna go 2-1 Fulham.
I have 3-1 Fulham.
3-1 Fulham. All right. Next up on the list, Luton versus Aston Villa at the Dungeon, Kenilworth Road.
I have a 2-1 win for Aston Villa.
Okay.
I have a draw. 3-3 at the Dungeon.
Dang.
I don't expect nothing less.
A banger?
Yep.
Dang.
I can see that happening.
I was thinking something similar. I'll go with 2-2.
2-2 draw. This is fucking tough, man. They're gonna be hard to break down, man. I hope Adebayo's playing. If Adebayo actually starts, I think
Doesn't
Luton,
matter, man.
I think Luton.
They got Morris.
They see South C Morris, man. Chase's guy.
Yeah.
Hey, Morris. I was there before everyone else.
Give me a 2-1.
Need to get him at Chelsea.
Give me a 2-1
We'll talk this summer.
for Luton Town. Give me a 2-1 for Luton Town. I think they could pull
yeah,
it out.
I think-
Our predictions are all over the place. That
Yeah.
one.
No, I think if there's a team that's gonna win this, I think it's Luton too.
Yeah. If Adebayo starts, they'll get something.
I'm
out
giving
of
the tie because Luton is the champion of supposed to win the game and
it.
don't.
They feel
Yeah, that's why I see Villa winning. Like I can.
Yeah. They could crash out.
It's
At
gonna
the
be one
end.
of
They
those.
could crash out the energy.
All I know is
levels.
there's gonna be goals because the way Luton
Yep.
play.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I got 3-1 Villa.
3-1 Villa. All right. And
Now for the
the
Big one. I
Grand-
can't get this one wrong. No pressure. This is
the
my
granddaddy of them all, baby.
my cup
Come
of
on
tea.
now. The one game that could
Well,
run in the
so-
race with the Manchester Derby. Inter Miami versus Orlando City in the MLS, baby. Come on, man. Let's talk about it.
The Florida Derby,
Yeah.
live from
Yeah,
Fort
we need
Lauderdale.
to- We need to ask, why is this game
The
relevant?
war on I-4 or whatever it's called.
Adrian,
Come on,
I'm
Adrian.
glad-
This is the Florida Derby. Yeah, the war on I-4, man.
Come
The
on.
war.
Adrian, I'm glad you asked that. After
We have no
Phil, go Phil.
association
This
to.
is the most heated rivalry in North America.
Facts, bro.
All
This is
right,
our
so-
chance to tell them about the MLS, man. The UK audience
Go,
might not
Phil.
know about this.
In this enthralling match, I have a dead 1-1 draw. Big dead game.
Going off what Adrian said, and this I want to see what I could lose everything on this. I could be the loser. United win, and I can't speak about it. I'm gonna abstain. I'm not gonna vote on this because of how dead of a game it is.
We're
I'm not
from
voting.
Orlando. What do you mean? This is like our
I'm not
backyard. It's our
Yeah,
livelihood.
We're getting
Nope.
doxxed.
I
You-
am.
You're going to abstain this vote. It's an auto
Skip.
0.
Yep.
Yo, that's
Yep.
crazy. Yo, I have to commend Gene's ego to abstain from this vote. That's
This
incredible.
This is a real business.
That's
This,
pride.
this is a real business standard,
I
bro.
hope
He's standing
United
on
do
business.
Yeah.
United's going to beat City on some bullshit, and then I'm going to have the power, and then he's going to want to talk, and I'm going to be like, no,
Well,
it's anything.
I would agree with you until you said that you would be the winner of this
Oh,
week.
I got
That's,
this.
that's when you
Hey,
threw
I'm
it out.
not- That's
Threw
crazy.
it out.
I'm not going to say that, bro. Ties can turn. But, Adrian.
2-1 Inter Miami.
I have 2-0 Inter Miami.
I have 2-0 Miami as well.
The game's gonna be dead, man. Have you
2-0
guys
Inter
seen
Miami.
Suarez play this season? Have you seen him? He looks like he's
Bro.
50 years old.
I heard the commentary was like cooking him. They say, yo, he's back here. He can barely run 5 meters, bro. He's fitting.
Yeah, it's
Wait,
so bad.
this
That
doesn't
article
have
that
to
came
play
out
football,
before
bro.
the
Why-
season started, where he said he has to take all these injections just to play.
I did
Yes.
see that.
You can see it.
He's
He
not
is
there to
struggling.
play football. Those guys
Listen,
are there to have a
this
laugh.
doesn't even
man.
have
All
to be
those
in the
Messi,
pod.
those Barcelona guys, they're just going out in Miami.
Nah, no, Messi's hungry, bro. Like, he really wants to win. You can see. He
But
was
they're
pissed
captain-
at full time when they drew 1-1. He was.
Well, the rest of them are there to have a laugh, though. Those guys are hanging out.
Everybody except
Argentine
DeAndre
steakhouse is
Edlin. bro.
This doesn't have to. Yes, this doesn't have to be in the pod, but I just wrote it down just so you guys know. I'm saying 3-2 Miami. A stolen game for Miami that you know it's gonna be robbed. But this doesn't have to be in the pod. This
So if it ends up
guys.
3-2
I
Miami,
won't count it.
doesn't matter.
No.
I
This,
won't, I won't count it,
Good
but
enough.
I'll have it just in case the shit actually happens. I'll literally just have it just in case. But yeah, all right. Closing statements though. Let's get to it real quick. That's all the notes we got for this episode. Adrian, give us closing statements for the week.
I'm trying to think of something. I don't know.
Abstain like Gene.
You gotta put
Bro,
me on
every
the spot.
week,
I'm just gonna say-
I come up with
I'm
some
gonna
nonsense
say
on the spot, man.
This is the my new city shirt. It's the year of the dragon shirt, and it's
oh
beautiful.
my god.
That's actually a cool pattern on
Hey,
the
all the
back, but I
viewers-
can't respect that
all the
because it's city
viewers.
on it.
You know, just so you can appreciate. If you're a City fan, you know, go and support and get yourself a shirt. That's it.
I was about to say I don't know if I can agree with that statement, but that's fair.
If you're a City
Gene,
fan, voice it.
Gene, your closing statements.
Here, Chase.
They-
I got you next time.
Oh shoot. Crazy, man. Phil, your closing statements for this week.
Yeah, I think I'm like Adrian. I don't think I have anything to say really.
No, you should just
Yeah,
say
just enjoying
watch the Florida Derby.
No, I can't even vouch for that. That involves paying like $100-something subscription to Apple TV. Nah, man.
You're not
It's
watching Ted
ridiculous.
Lasso anyways?
No,
Everyone, if you
okay,
wanna
yeah, get a
watch
free trial to
Florida
watch
Derby,
Ted Lasso, and then.
Either get a free trial or you pirate it.
But you can watch
that's
the
illegal.
Ted.
We don't do
That's the thing.
that.
Apple TV Plus to watch shows like Ted Lasso doesn't cover MLS. You need an extra MLS
No, I
season
didn't
Yeah,
know
pass.
it's
that.
the
which is
MLS
like-
season pass. Was
yeah,
like
it's ridiculous.
charge,
It's
yeah.
it's too much, man.
I guess I'll just
So I
listen
can't
to
even
the
vouch
radio.
for that. But just enjoy whatever football is free to you. And should I say support your local? Should I be one of those guys?
Yeah.
Go watch your local free match. Do that this week.
Yes, sir.
Right on, man.
Join the Sunday
Chase.
League.
LA Galaxy go into San Jose to take on the mighty San Jose Earthquakes on March 2nd at 9:30 Central Time. So make sure to tune into that.
Viewers, Gene just left. As soon as Chase began his closing statement, Gene left.
Oh
I
man.
don't understand.
Clocked out
He's
for
just
the night.
I think he's jealous.
He doesn't want any spoilers before your exclusive MLS show.
Yeah, he wants to keep it on edge. I get it.
Yeah. I'm dead, man. And my closing statement for this week is, listen, an honorary person who was close to winning Player of the Week or Person of the Week was Gary Neville. I'd never seen somebody spit a bar like that, bro. That was bars. He could have wrote a verse.
No, Peter Drury had a better bar. He said Liverpool's rock and roll football playing the rhythm at the expense of the blues. That was incredible.
Listen, but again,
that was incredible.
But again, he couldn't have come up with that bar if Gary Neville didn't hit him with the jab out the front, bro. He had Drury in his notes like, yo, how the fuck did nah, bro. He was scrambling for that one. He was scrambling for that quote. Gary Neville, I give you that one. You spit fire, brother. But that's all we got for this episode, man. We'll catch y'all next week with the predictions, the games, all the breakdowns, and more. That's all we got for Yanks Talk Ball. But we'll talk to you all soon. Peace.